Stop bouncing me. Yay!
I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in after your file. I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami. In Miami right now. I'm in after your file right now. On Ocean Drive right now. That's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I go to the window, so I'm going to Cali. I said I'm too official. I'm out with them niggas. I said, man, the rapper on the city, that nigga, he wicked. We pull out with them guns, you know me in the real. Well, mama pays, I ain't having ever since that I was real. Now I came up like an AP and I will never squeal. Whenever ever on my mouth, cause I swear I'm too real. Yeah, I'm in the East Coast, I'm living life for real. Why the fuck you can hate it? I rise to the chill. You gon' really piss me off, and I'ma pull up on the steel. I'ma pull up on the Draco and get your ass killed. Man, stop capping, cause I'm fucking wicked. I pull up to your city, tell me your location, bitches. You know we fuck that shit. My youngest know you killin'. I wanna grind, got money on my mind, no money on my wrist, so I can tell the time. You know I'm rapping and jumping, I'm trying to eat. All around the world, I'm doing shows, I really come to eat. They trying to play on me, I swear I'm doing my shit. One of my time, I was poor and I ain't have shit. Every day I'm just riding by the same outfit. I done came up, I'm switching cars, yeah, I'm switching shit. These niggas mad at me, they wanna clown me. I'm in Miami right now, I'm off of South Beach. I'm living large, I'm living life. They know me, wanna take my life. Yeah, it's on my mama. I'm in Miami. I'm out there doing this video shooting, going to Cali. I'm on my mama, and I'm in Miami right now. I'm in the 305, yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Pull up with a red car, my life is on now. They wanna play with me, they wanna clone me. I'm bad bitch, Latino, she wanna sleep with me. I'm in the 305 right now. I'm in Miami right now. On Ocean Drive right now. I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami. I'm in the 305. 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 I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. I'm in Miami right now. Yeah, I'm on Ocean Drive. Yeah, in the front car. That's all look at me. I'm the niggas in the game. You can't see me. Cause I'm that nigga from the bottom. No, I will never change. Diamonds on my really, I got diamonds on my chain. I'm in this song, no, that's right. Ain't no game. Yeah. In Miami right now, and I'm 305, yeah.
I'm from the streets, bitch.
Bro, this ain't it, dog.
What? That was pain I was spitting. The depressed music is in.
Listen, you really want to pop? Diss somebody.
Oh, yeah. People love beef. But who could I beef with? Oh, yeah, I got somebody in mind. DJ Pooh, start that beat up, homie. Bitch, what you thought I forgot? I'm grown now. You think just because I came out your womb, your slew-footed ass can tell me what to do? Hell no, you got something else coming. In 03, you embarrassed me when you caught me and my friend smoking. Your big ass walked up, built like a fridge with the doors open. When I was a kid, she made me wear a helmet when I rode my bike. Woman had me in that ghetto school when she know my ass couldn't fight. You keep cutting the beat off, man. What's up?
Bro, you making a diss track about your moms?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
The woman that raised you?
Hold on now, she wasn't always there. She used to work 2 jobs and come home late and cook dinner for me, talking about I gotta clean the kitchen. Talking about she too tired to clean the kitchen because she been working all day trying to support this family. Ain't nobody told your goofy ass to get 2 jobs, mama? What? Hey, I'm not a street nigga. I'm from the streets, bitch.
Late night crew. Fuck going on, man? Happy early Taco Tuesday, man. TK, I don't know what you talking about. What the fuck? Bro, here you go. We can't even start the fucking show. You already on bullshit. Hey, say what's up to your boy. Man, shout out to that motherfucker Random News, bro. The anthology continues. Like, what the fuck? TK 3 times, Janice, shout out to Bob, MC Heavyweighter, Foxy, Wyoming, Trap Star, Scott Johnson, Sigma, J Rock. It was cool to hang out with all my YouTube family this evening. I tried to lay low, but some of the shit was just bringing me right out of the fucking bushes, man. That motherfucker Random News, bro. Tracy, what's happening? So, Jed, this is the beginning of a bad week, I see. Peaches, Ray, what's happening? Cynthia. I don't even know if I'm gonna stay. I didn't want to come because I really didn't want to like walk over Random News like this. Hey Doug, what's happening? I didn't even want to walk over Random News like this. I bullshit you not. I almost did. I was like, You know how I decided to come? This is on everything I love. God, am I lying? Nigga, I flipped a coin. I don't think I've ever flipped a coin to come to work. The coin landed on the side to come to work, so I said, fuck it, I'm coming to work. I'm so not lying either. nigga, seeing cartoon animated Shay, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on, bro? It's time for me to get the fuck off this app, nigga. As soon as they animate you, that means it's time to retire, niggas. It's time to retire, man. But I also decided, I was like, you know what? I'm not a fan of clickbait, so that's why I decided not to clickbait this evening. I think I'm gonna go the short and sweet approach this evening. Because I'm not even supposed to be talking about Jed tonight. I'm kind of going back on what I said, but obviously we've been waiting on random, so so I don't know what you want from me, Jed.
He a liar. He a liar. He said, now remember. He gonna say that he was done talking about us and me and INA as it relates to all of this shit, literally. And here he is. And then y'all think I'ma just sit here and let him play in my face?
Hey, look. If y'all gonna call me racist or whatever, I don't give a fuck, cause the shit I'm about to tell y'all. You wanna know what part had me laughing so hard on the shit? Hold on, nigga. Let me turn this down so you can really hear me, nigga. The part that really had me laughing, nigga, was when Hassan was reading that message and that motherfucker said, and you will not play in my face. I was like, yeah, Jed wrote that shit. you will learn that you will not play in my face. I said, oh yeah, Jed wrote that motherfucker. Nigga, I was over here, my side was hurt, nigga. They had that nigga read that message. I said, yep, Jed wrote that shit. I was like, Hassan didn't just make that up, but it was your cadence there. All I could do was just hear your voice. That shit had me in tears, Jed. So, Jed, before I get started, I got one question. Which one is it? Is it
I'm still rich, y'all broke, and y'all are stupid?
Or is it
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
which one is it? Because I'm confused. Now, Jed, I know you wondering why there's a call of action against investigating advocate, and I'm gonna get to that, Jed. It's a good reason, bro. It's because we tired of you committing crime. That's not a good reason, y'all. Nigga, first of all, Carl need to cut that damn soul patch off. This nigga got the mannerisms of a Simpsons character. Carl, put it on your mama that you wasn't getting hard when Carl was explaining Hollywood Beach. You wasn't medium or nothing. Carl was sitting there. He was like, damn, what? It ain't no nude beach. Shit, it depends what time you go. Nigga Jed was ready to go to the motherfucker. Nigga, shit. I ain't even gotta pay that $5 to get into the Jeffrey, nigga. We can just go down to Hollywood Beach. We just go down to the motherfucking beach, nigga. Jed, did you ever try to have sexual intercourse with Carl and or Ryan? I mean, that's y'all business. I don't really give a shit. I just thought I asked for the record. I thought I asked for the record. Shout out to some of you idiots who like fumbled y'all hand. I don't even know what y'all niggas be trying to do, but nigga, I have friends. I don't need you as a friend. Like when you like, all I know is whatever y'all niggas is trying won't work. The lawsuit will be filed this week. Cause I've been seeing how you little niggas been moving. All of a sudden these new people are popping up wanting to speak to me, and nigga, I'm busy. I can't do that right now. I got my real homies I gotta talk to. I still gotta catch up with my family from not having my phone. I really still ain't done that yet. And I'm filing a federal lawsuit against y'all master and commander and bitch. I gave him a 12-hour notice. He ignored it. So, his decision, not mine. I don't need none of y'all niggas to be my friend. I have plenty of friends. What about my friends? Will they let me down? Will they be around? Hey. Nigga, I can't wait till Zesty Combat come out. Because the best part about that game is you would think that the outfit that Jed had would be, they would put that behind the paywall. Normally, them cold outfits like that, they put behind the paywall. But that motherfucker come with the rainbow crop top right out of the shit. See, 2K, this is why y'all be fucking up. EA, pay attention. Let niggas get the outfits they want day one, bro. I thought I was going to have to wait for the DLC for Jed to come out with the rainbow motherfucking shit on, but we get that fresh out the box, nigga. No pre-order shit, nothing. So the developers of that game, they really know what they doing. They trying to get that motherfucker sold. Jed, I need a song to start my week off, Jed. I just need a song to start my week off. What do you want, Jed? And no, I'm not trying to play as Raining Man or none of that shit like that you get ready to ask for. Pick some real shit, nigga. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. Jed just twisting in a circle, nigga. Jed, before I get started, did you fuck Carl? You know what? You don't have to answer that. You know what? Just forget I even brought it up. Just forget. Just forget I brought that up. You know what, Jed? I don't have to play a song, but I feel like I want to play a song when I don't have one. Normally, when I don't have one that I want to play, I just go. But I want to play a song. I just don't know which one, Jed. And you're not helping. I could play some shit from Anderson. I could play you an Anderson joint. But except I found out that you now, all of a sudden, since you done fucked the immigrants, you don't like them no more. Just like an old nigga. Nigga, did you fuck Anderson? You refuse to put that on record. We know you raised for a hotel room for that nigga. So you're not gonna tell us whether or not your balls was played with. You know what? Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. It ain't like you ain't never got in trouble for fucking somebody homeless in a hotel before. So why would you do it this time? Wait a minute, Jed, you did get in trouble for fucking a homeless nigga in a hotel. Well, see, now, Jed, I got questions again. I try to let you off the hook, but then I started thinking about past transgressions. I'm like, you know what? He has fucked homeless nigga and got in trouble for it. Ain't that a bitch? You know what, Jed? This is what I'm gonna listen to so I can go to work. I'm gonna listen to some shit that's gonna wake me up. I need a pick. That's what I need, Jed, is a pick me up to get ready to deal with your bitch ass. We did not start the fire. I want to go over a couple of things with you guys real fast. Since we're getting closer, especially since we're under 100 people right now, I would like to share some, you know how I like to share a little bit more when the crowd is smaller. I like to reward the loyalty instead of bait for the views. Make sense? Of course. So obviously, you know that there will be a lawsuit filed this week on my behalf by me. And, you know, I've just been trying to give tidbits of what to expect in it and whatnot. You know, I brought something up the other day when the crowd was small. Not sure if you remembered or not. If you don't, tough shit. But I just want to read something to you. Just for fun. Illinois' law against impersonating a private investigation company is primarily covered by two different acts: the Illinois Criminal Code and the Private Detective, Private Alarm, Private Security, Fingerprint Vendor, and Locksmith Act of 2004. It's important to understand that these laws can be complex and are subject to change, so make sure you check the Illinois General Assembly website for the most current information. That is always recommended. Illinois Criminal Code of 2012, 720 ILCS 5/17-2. This section of the criminal code, titled False Impersonation, is the general statute that makes it illegal to impersonate a private investigator or any other person to commit fraud or obtain a benefit. A person commits a false personation when he or she knowingly and falsely represents himself or herself to be another actual person and doesn't act in such assumed character with intent to intimidate, threaten, injure, defraud, or to obtain a benefit from another. This applies directly to an individual who pretends to be a private investigator to gain access to information, money, or property, or to threaten or intimidate someone. The act of impersonating the person is a crime in and of itself, but it becomes more serious if it's done with the intent to harm or defraud. This is a Class A misdemeanor, which can lead to up to a year in jail and or a fine. However, the penalties can be more severe, including a felony charge, depending on the specific circumstances and the value of any property obtained through the false personation. Private Detective, Private Alarm, Private Security, Fingerprint Vendor, and Locksmith Act of 2004, 225 ILCS 447. This act is more specific to the profession and includes direct prohibitions against unlicensed activity, which is a form of impersonation. Section 10.5 states it is unlawful for a person to act as or provide the functions of a private detective or to advertise or to assume to act as any one of these or to use these or any other title, implying that the person is engaged in any of these professions unless licensed by the department. This statute specifically addresses the unauthorized practice of the profession. This means that even if a person isn't using a specific company's name, if they are representing themselves as a private detective without a proper license, they are in violation of this law. The act outlines its own disciplinary provisions and penalties for violations, which can include fines, cease and desist orders, and other civil, and criminal actions. The Department of Financial and Professional Regulations, the IDFPR, is the state agency responsible for enforcing this law. In summary, while the Criminal Code covers the general act of false personation for a criminal purpose, the Private Detective Act is the specific law that makes it illegal to simply hold yourself out to be a private investigator in Illinois without the required state license. Jed, you understand what I'm about to do, right? You come on, Jed, you get this, right? You see what I'm about to do, don't you? Civil. Hey, nigga, you can't impersonate a motherfucking private investigation company. I don't know why you didn't look up the laws before you started doing that shit. This might be what take you down, Jed. Let me grab my drink, Jed, and then I'm gonna read one more thing to you. Then we'll watch some TV. Damn, Jed, that's good. Oh, it's nice and cold. Oh, Jed, I got something else I gotta read. Yeah. Now, why am I reading these things, Jed? I don't know. You know me. I like to splice and bring my own narrative. So let me continue to splice. The Oklahoma Security Guard and Private Investigator Act, 59 OS 1751 ET sequence. The core of the law is that you must be licensed by the state to operate as a private investigator. The Council on Law Enforcement Education and Training, CLEAT, is the state agency responsible for issuing these licenses and enforcing the act. Licensing requirement. The act makes it unlawful for a person to act as or provide the functions of a private investigator or to advertise or assume to act as a private investigator without a valid license issued by CLEAT, C-L-E-E-T. This means that simply claiming to be a private investigator without the license, even if you don't engage in any further fraudulent activity, is a violation of the law. Let me say that again. This means that simply claiming to be a private investigator without the license, even if you don't engage in any other further fraudulent activity, is a violation of the law. The act also specifies that licensees cannot engage in certain deceptive practices. For example, they cannot carry a badge, wear a uniform, or use any logos. For example, they cannot carry a badge, wear a uniform, or use any logos. Jed, come on, man. Come on, bro. I gotta come on after random news, so I gotta make sure I be at least just a taste original before I laugh at all his shit. Let me read that again. You cannot carry a badge, wear a uniform, or use any logos or language that would imply they are a police officer or other law enforcement official. This is to prevent confusion or false representation. Violating the act can result in administrative sanctions, including fines, license suspension, and revocation. In addition to these professional penalties, a person who impersonates a private investigator may also face criminal charges under general Oklahoma statutes. You know, like false personation of another person in Oklahoma. So that logo trademarked by INA, ho. That's against the law, nigga. You're not no private investigator. You're impersonating one. And it's against the law, my nigga. And using your team in a conspiracy against me is illegal and can be punishable by criminal and civil actions. Josu, what's happening? Odette, what's happening? This nigga sitting here striking people channel over illegal logos, nigga. That logo is illegal, Jed. You can't have that, nigga. You ain't no motherfucking private investigator, nigga. Hold on, Jen. I'm not done with your ass yet. I said I had one more. I actually got one more now. Hold on, nigga. So, I just want to read something else to you, Jed. In Nevada, the laws against impersonating a private investigation company are a combination of professional licensing regulations and general criminal statutes. The primary authority is the Nevada Private Investigators Licensing Board, PILB, which regulates the profession under the Nevada Revised Statutes, NRS Chapter 648. Here's a breakdown of the key laws. Nevada Revised Statutes, NRS Chapter 648. This chapter, which governs private investigators, private patrol officers, and other related professions, makes it a serious offense to operate without a license. Licensing requirement. NRS 648.060 states that it is unlawful for a person to engage in or advertise the business of a private investigator without a valid license issued by the PILB. Prohibited acts. The statute specifically prohibits a licensee or their employee from, quote, impersonation or aiding and abetting an employee in the impersonation of a law enforcement officer or employee of the United States of America or any of the state or political subdivision thereof, NRS 648.150. While this directly mentions law enforcement, it highlights the state's strict stance on false representation within the field. NRS 205.50 or .450, I'm sorry, false personation. This statute makes it a crime to falsely represent or personate another or in such assumed character shall do any other act in the course of a lawsuit or proceeding that compromises others' financial interests. While this specifically refers to impersonating a real person to cause harm, a prosecutor could use it in cases where a person impersonates a known private investigator to defraud someone. This is a Category C felony, which can carry a sentence of 1 to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. NRS 205.420, use of false permit, license, or writing. This law makes it a gross misdemeanor to conduct business or perform any act under the color of a false permit, license, or writing, or a permit, license, or writing that does not lawfully belong to the person, aka investigate and advocate. This directly applies to someone using a fake private investigator license. This directly applies to someone using a fake private investigator license. Nevada law is clear on this. You cannot act as a private investigator without a license, and doing so can lead to penalties from the licensing board if the impersonation is done to commit a crime, such as fraud. It can also lead to more severe criminal charges, including a felony. Now, why would I want to read you that, Jed? I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of reading lately, you know, since I'm doing a federal lawsuit and all. Oh, here we go. Hey, Jed, you remember that time? I don't know if y'all remember this. Y'all remember that time? And Jed, do you remember? You remember that time when you was outside and you saw this young looking illegal immigrant from Venezuela? Do any of y'all remember that? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. I just wonder if anybody remembers that by chance. Anybody? Cool. I just want to read something. Cause I remember you did some I remember you raised money for this illegal immigrant, so this legal immigrant can stay in this hotel room provided by you. Don't worry about it. We'll bring it. I'll talk about it whenever it becomes relevant. But I do want to read something else. Federal law on harboring unauthorized immigrants is primarily governed by the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA. I said it's governed by the Immigration and Nationality Act, also known as the INA. Specifically, Section 274(8) USC 1324. This law makes it a federal crime to harbor, conceal, or shield an unauthorized immigrant from detection. The law prohibits harboring an unauthorized immigrant. While Congress did not provide a specific definition of this term in the statute, courts have interpreted to mean conduct that tends substantially to facilitate an alien's remaining in the United States illegally. This includes providing a, quote, secure haven, end quote, where authorities are unlikely to look for the person. In the context of a hotel, this is not a clear-cut issue. Simply renting a room to someone who is an unauthorized immigrant does not automatically constitute harboring. The key factor is the intent and knowledge of the person providing the shelter. Knowledge. The person providing the room must know or act in reckless disregard of the fact that the individual is an unauthorized immigrant. The act of providing the hotel room must be a part of a larger effort to conceal the individual from immigration authorities. If the harboring is done for commercial advantage or private financial gain, the penalties can be significantly more severe. This would apply to a hotel owner or manager who knowingly provides shelter to unauthorized immigrants as a business practice. Or if you're on the internet raising money and you keep some of the money after giving them a hotel room. Basic statutory penalty can be up to 5 years in prison and a fine. If there was some commercial advantage that happened, up to 10 years. And the penalties are even more severe if the offense involves serious bodily injury, placing a person's life in jeopardy, or results in death. Now, after reading that, Jed, I just want to ask, and this is just something that just came across my mind. This is unrelated. Where's Anderson? Just came across my mind. Just thought I'd bring that up. Jed, I be very careful fucking with me right now. At least, see, that's why I fuck with you, Kendra. I'm always praying for no death. Like, always. Like, that ain't even a joke. Before I play this video, let me just say this to my big brother people. Oh, shit, my bad, Jed. If you want to contribute to the Jed Lawsuit Fund, all you got to do is just hit the links. All of our donation goals will be going to that. Only $20 goal a day, obviously. But everything will be going towards the lawsuit fund. We will be filing in federal district court this week. That should be loads of fun. How long will the complaint be? Should damn near hold a contest. So here's the call to action. If you're ready for the actual call to action, before I play the video, put the LNC in the chat. This is an all hands on deck situation. Tomorrow, I will be releasing a brand new email. What will this email be used for? Any screenshots or videos only. No, I'm any type of just stories. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Screenshots, like hard evidence, screenshots, video of Jed representing himself in specific investigations over the last year. Any type of shit about like him representing himself to investigate somebody online. If it was any of the main storylines like the Andrew Holmes and any of that messy ass shit, we will be sending all evidence there. That's why I am extremely thankful to this 4-hour video that dropped today. Helps me tremendously. I need that shit sent. Why do I need it sent? I'm putting it in the fucking federal lawsuit, nigga. We getting ready to do this, nigga. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. We're getting ready to do this, fool. Y'all got footage of that nigga kicking in them doors and shit like that from the squatter situation. Anything while he's in the official capacity of Mr. INA is welcome. You got screenshots of him talking about he investigating, advocate, and some of the fucked up shit he did in that capacity. Because it's against the law for him to be saying he's a private investigator because he's not licensed. Jed, this is where you messed up. You should have just stayed the fucking advocate, nigga. Like, me and my wife was sitting watching you this evening. And she fell asleep. She tends to fall asleep whenever it's time to like watch you. Especially when we off that gas. We tend to laugh ourselves to sleep. Well, she laughs herself to sleep. I gotta kind of stay awake to, take notes and go to work. And we were just discussing, like, we see the flaws in your game. Like, we see how even a Dr. Umar Johnson was able to get like $1 million over, 16 years of shit. And why you can't. You are dirty enough to be in that top political circle. But your temper is so crazy. Like, you can't let shit go. Like, just how Random pointed out, where it's like, you be ready to fight women, kids, old people, proudly. And you be wrong. So that's what make it worse. That's what make it worse. That's why I laugh at your little fake ass call-in show. Because you like to try to act like, you a real one and you take these calls, and then as soon as people call in and start cooking your ass, you gonna cut them off and hang up on them. I got a brand new, Vivian, I got a brand new email releasing tomorrow where all these things will go. I will make a post and I will mention tomorrow's video as well. The word will spread fast on this one, I promise you. We sit there watching this nigga. No, hey, Janice, take that out of the chat. It's not going there. It's not going there. The email will be released tomorrow. Like, we were sitting there watching it, and it was just amazing us, Jix. We like, man, you got your heart is black enough to be a top political operative, but your temper won't let, like, to have that black heart to be at the top, you have to let a lot of shit go. Even the most evil motherfucker has to let petty shit go sometimes. Because it's like, well, I mean, you even the most hot-headed dope dealer, bro. If he's a successful one, he ain't getting ready to fucking blow your head off for you talking shit at the gas station when he got all the work in the car. But Jed will. Jed could be carrying drugs all across the country. Pull over at a truck stop. And it won't even be in person. He'll see a post. He'll see a motherfucking post on Facebook, and he'll crash out at a fucking truck stop out in the middle of nowhere with all these drugs and guns and shit on him. He don't care. That's like, he'll just pull over, filling up, check his phone, like, oh, hell no, get on his phone, going fucking crazy over some dumb shit. Then after doing it, get in the truck, drive off, and then pull off like 5 minutes down the road to delete the video. And me and my wife just sitting there was like, every time we heard some shit where like he said something about some politic chick was like, yeah, weave wearing hoe. And I'm just like, this is why can't nobody fuck with you. It's like, it ain't even that you evil. It's the shit that you say out loud and you want to be considered this fucking serious advocate, politician type. You getting ready to run for fucking Congress. And I mean, yo, temper just, me and my wife was just sitting there just like, this like a game we play now. Like whenever you say something, Jed, that's like, yep, that's why big politicians don't fuck with him. Like, you think the Democrats don't think that they could use a motherfucker that's willing to run up on Trump's stage like that and get on the news and talk? Bro, it's the other shit. It's this shit. They like, man, you gonna bring a whole ass... The Democrats ain't trying to motherfucking answer for shit you got going on in Harvey, nigga. That's why them niggas saw your motherfucking ass coming up in Flint. Was like, no. Take that ghetto shit down the block, nigga. Look. Obviously, we're gonna skip through some shit. But you gonna see what I'm saying. I'm gonna point it out as we see it. I'm going to point it out as we see it. Now, I just picked somewhere random, you know, because, I mean, it is random news. So we might as well pick somewhere random.
People being doxxed, as long as he's the one doing the doxing.
That's called attempting to dox. And that is a crime. They're doing it because they are professionals or they got jobs or all of these other things.
You would think.
Wait, yes, this is what I want. Listen to this shit. I want y'all to hear me. Hear this shit.
Around with a bodyguard.
I want y'all to hear this shit. You know, sometimes you just have to see shit again from another perspective.
Tar baby.
I saw Super Producers Live when she broke this shit down, and I saw Jed react to it, okay? This part went right over my fucking head. Because this is a part that I'm about to go dig up from this shit, and I'm about to be playing in a lot, Jed. And you gonna wish you never said this shit out loud. Watch this.
Man, this dude hates black people.
Yeah, and calling motherfuckers tar babies is outrageous, nigga. They said I hate black people, nigga. I tend to not call them tar babies.
He had to pull that insult straight from the plantation.
Jed, that's very ignorant to call out a name. You always do that. It's very childish. And so what?
And this is why nobody ever takes this fool seriously.
There it is. Random News just called out one of the moments right there. How the fuck can a politician get in bed with a nigga? And then he wonders why a politician behind the scenes be like, yeah, Jed, yeah, I'll do this. And then once he get in position, act like he don't know you. Because you call people tar babies. Ain't nobody trying to answer questions about you.
Because he acts like a child.
So this woman is literally on Twitch, you know, making my ass twitch. And she's on Twitch, and she's...
Why did you say making my ass twitch?
Also giving all of the information from our chats.
You know, the same thing he does to every team he ever hooks up with.
We make all these rules.
Listen, pay attention. We make all these rules. Pay attention.
About what is proper and what's not touchable. Well, in war, everything is touchable.
See how delusional he is? He really thinks he's in a war. This is just YouTube, bro.
And literally, she has committed an act of war against INA, and I accept the challenge.
You better look out. The Goofy gonna gather up a bunch of other cosplayers. They're gonna put their costumes on to come blasting at her.
And so literally she goes on there and she's telling people, oh, he has this team and he has that team. Yeah, we did have all of those teams.
Now,
thank you for admitting to that, Jed.
we said he did have the teams because the liar just said before.
Oh, he has a whole strike team. No, he doesn't strike, because I don't.
So you can't keep a lie straight for shit.
great. I'm glad that you, and I think that's supposed to be like a slight or something, but no, it's also pussy because she know that she ain't about what she try to act like she is. She had a bodyguard when she came to the Thornton Township meeting.
So the dude that walks around with a bodyguard
and bragging about, and none of these niggas be professional bodyguards. It just be some random nigga
every time he's in public so he can look like a tough guy is now telling you having a bodyguard is pussy. Good to know.
But that hoe left early because she knew that it wasn't nice. It wasn't a good time for her to be around.
And you would think he would learn his lesson from making threats online, right?
The people that are in INA, there are two levels of them. And then there's a very, very, very much so sophisticated level.
If anybody over there was sophisticated, they wouldn't be dealing with this grifter.
These people's identity and them being able to keep that private is their prerogative and their choice.
Sad to goofy who took that prerogative and choice away.
Thank you to those of you who sent me the information on my address being leaked. It was one of the threats he used to attempt to silence me. It didn't work. For those of you at this point continuing to follow this man, for lack of better words, after he has launched a full assault on not just me, but my children, please remove yourselves from any form of communication with me. For anyone thinking for a second of stepping foot on my property, please believe me when I say you won't walk away from it. I will protect mine at all costs. Shizzle.
From a bunch of other YouTubers when they didn't want their shit out there.
Lolita, the resident in Indiana. Second address is identified in UR.
See, Jad's all good with people being doxxed, as long as he's the one doing the doxing.
That's called attempting to dox. And that is a crime. They're doing it because they're professionals or they got jobs or all of these other things.
You would think knowing that they wouldn't be out here doxing people being messy, right?
And I don't care what some people do to me. I would never cross them to a point to where it literally shows that my character is capable of that.
You might...
Like, what are you talking about?
You want to go ask his old team about that.
You done ate off the fat of the lamb, but now everybody evil, nigga, after you fool.
Jedidiah Brown, whose intentions are false. Ambulance chases.
That's unacceptable and
ambulance chasing is always one of my favorite descriptions of you.
That's fake.
I see that.
He's gonna frame you in any way he can.
Yes, I could get on here and do this show without all of the extra and stick to the facts. But I don't want to do that because I want it to be forever clear that I'm with the shits.
I mean, why make your organization look professional when you can just run a clown show, right?
Damn, y'all didn't hear none of that? Hold on, because they calling me back. Let me let y'all hear this. This is insane.
Oh, you're gonna love this phone call. Check this shit out.
Don't call my phone again. If you're not gonna listen.
Hey, nigga, get ready to laugh your ass off.
And you don't talk to me. Are you going to listen or are you going to excuse me? Shut your mouth calling me. If I said you going to talk, call me, you going to talk. I'm going to talk. So I don't know who you are. You're calling me saying that you're trying to deliver to me a sealed legal document.
I wonder what your boy's getting served for this time.
That I didn't request. And you want to know if I'm going to be home? That don't even make sense.
That makes all the sense.
Are complete documents. So if you reject these legal documents, we're going to call Rosa Brown and Jeffrey Brown regarding the complaint against you, even your place of employment is Finland. Again, these are legal documents. It came from Equity Capital. We tried to deliver twice. No one's available.
Liberty Capital. Looks like one of your boys' grip.
Liberty Capital?
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke.
Nigga Jed, bro, you just be taking L's left and right, nigga.
This is coming back to haunt him, right?
I'm still in debt.
Which is what those idiots in INA are over there paying off.
So this is not a request from you. This is a complaint against you. So I'll give you the contact information of the sender. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
No, but I do got a message. Kiss my ass. Call all those people you mentioned. Goodbye.
Call me back.
And that's exactly what he did to Kanika's mom when she asked about that freedom fraud money.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. They just messed up my whole broadcast. Stop calling my phone or I'm going to get you for harassment, okay? Because now I got your number, 770-741-4006. If you call my phone again, it's going to be harassment. Do not call me back. Goodbye.
Minion, just wait till you see, bro. Look, random news has set the bar so fucking high. All I can tell everybody is just wait until I drop the lawsuit. The lawsuit is going to read like an unaired random news episode. Nigga, I'm telling you, you going to have something to read while you taking the shit for the next 2-3 weeks. Bathroom time is going to be fun for some of y'all niggas, bro.
And if I was that debt collector, I wouldn't hold my breath trying to get money from this fraud.
This woman is literally trying to put out information about people who are serving that ain't got nothing to do with how petty I am.
No, when you send these people out to strike pages, they have everything to do with how petty you are. And they can be sued right along with you.
So they can? Well, no shit. That's crazy. You say some shit like that, Randall. That's crazy. They could be sued right along with them, huh? Interesting.
So she put on her show that this is where we are. And y'all, I had no idea until we got this, I got this briefing this morning that we were doing this good.
Not the cap. Now, all of a sudden, y'all doing this good. You see how he starts off? Now he's doing good.
I'm still rich, y'all broke, and y'all are stupid.
Then what did that nigga say when he showed the numbers and showed that he was making like $4 grand 1 month, made a couple grand all these other months, which I was laughing where that nigga was like, I wouldn't even really make it. I can't live off of this. Like, nigga, but you were? The fuck you mean? You can't live off of $2,000 a month when you ain't got no place to stay? Like you ain't got no, it ain't like you pay a mortgage. Now he bragging, same YouTube numbers, he rich. Later on, same YouTube numbers. Look, man, I'm broke. I ain't making no money from this.
He runs the channel and he's the one that gets the check at the end of the month, but he doesn't know how much money's in it.
Like, thank you.
Just like the Freedom Fund, right?
I don't know what's on the ledger. So then she's saying, hey, they're making this amount of money. And she keeps on alleging, without saying that I'm alleging, that I'm a grifter.
People have been calling.
But you are.
Calling this dude a scammer and a grifter long before any YouTuber did it.
They are.
Artist was happening. Rita was happening. Minion with opinion. What the fuck going on? Great to see everybody this evening.
Scammers.
Just
Scammers.
take his family's word for it.
Since we have started, this is everything we've got. Today, I open up the books in transparency. That's why I keep saying thank you for your views.
This is what he's gotten off of YouTube, just on.
Like, look at these checks, bro. Look at the amount of money this nigga was just making from lying on motherfuckers, bro. This don't include no motherfucking... This don't include none of the motherfucking Cash Apps, Zells, none of this shit. Jed was clocking off of you goofy ass niggas, bro. And then you can always tell with Jed, because he can't ever hold it long. One thing I notice is the bottom always falls out. So right here around election time, niggas was really believing him. He popping up in the algorithm, all this shit. This nigga made he got almost a $7,000 check. So when I tell y'all niggas, when y'all be wondering why there's a lot of people on YouTube that lie, it's because the algorithm loves liars. You can always make lies sound as great as you want them to sound. Truth is just what it is. Sometimes the truth sounds great. Sometimes it doesn't. But when you a liar, you try to make sure it always sounds like whatever. And this is why we tell people. But you see, like, it's not lasting. He gets it, and then people smell his bullshit and start going down. Then he get new people. This was election time. He got new people. And then now the bottom has started falling out again. That's why, like, he, He got laughed at. I love that Random News showed that shit where he got in that Harvey shit trying to do that same shit he was doing in Dalton, and they literally laughed at him. The room laughed at this nigga. I know he was mad as fuck.
Views. This doesn't count the Cash App, the Zelle, the Venmo, and everything.
So, like, this month, February, Jed probably made close to 10 G's because it's every day, hardcore. Every day, Cash App. He'll take almost every stream that he does. He'll take like a 10, 15 minute portion where he's just sitting there for like 15 minutes asking for money. And then talk about, I hope I added value to your life. You didn't. So look right here. You see that says July and you see that says June. This is the money that this nigga made doing all that shit to my channel. All the shit he did, this nigga made almost $5,000. I lost all of my money and this nigga made almost $5,000. Y'all see it? You see it right here. Almost $4,700 for July and June with all the shit that we went through as a channel. The demonetization, the having to drive to Cali, all of this shit. And this nigga just sitting on the internet lying, fucking with people's lives, fucking with everybody's shit. Because there's money in it. Sometimes some of y'all be like, why do he lie on you like this? Like, I've had some of my closest people like that know that he's lying, you know what I mean? Where it's like, they're not saying it sarcastically to me. It's like, this is why. Nigga made about 5 G's in 2 months, and that's before you get to any donations. Any type of, oh, we raising this money to bribe Kamal and this, that, and the third. So that's why I know something's wrong that nigga's not streaming every day, because his views are down and he's not streaming every day. And it's because he's scared of these cases right now.
Everything else he gets. Not to mention the over 20 grand he got in super chats. But let's see how he tries to spend this.
On our YouTube makes anywhere between $2,000, $2,000, $2,500. That is our average.
And Jed try to act like that is like peanuts, nigga. This nigga Jed act like that ain't. This nigga Jed literally he knows he gets on he don't even do a show like me. You know, with a show like ours, where, yeah, we got a main story we'll probably talk about, but anything can pop up. Maybe a produced video, maybe we'll play some music, you know, like anything. Jed he provides no real content. He sits on the air and makes up stories in order to raise money. That's it. And then this nigga's like, I can't believe all I make is like $2,000. I'm like, nigga, you just be sitting on the internet lying and you whining about that when you got some low effort ass content. You just lie on fucking people and claim you got investigators and tell these fantastical ass stories of you being Magnum PI when you Magnum UTI.
We had a very, very amazing month in February, and we were given a check for 6.
And look at how the bottom just start falling out. Everybody, this was peak Jed, then this is when everybody start realizing this nigga's a grifting ass liar. Almost 7,000 down to 4,000 down to 2,500. Dun 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 dun. Magnum UTI, nigga, that's Jed.
And knowing he's made that much money, couldn't he have just bought a lawyer for Veneer Dukes?
And Jed, you gonna have to explain to the Fed, like, this is some money you gonna have to explain, nigga. See, when you get ready to do your taxes, and I know you didn't do your shits right your first year.
And that way she could have got justice? No, instead he'd rather come on here and brag about how much money he grifted off of those fools and just play in her face.
Belt to ass.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
And that was this week's Moment is Us, brought to you by the people whose money
went the wrong way.
Do you all really think that I'm gonna crash out for 25?
I watched this dude crash out on Burgundy Blue over $20.
Do y'all really think that $2,500 is taking care of me?
So wait, Jed. Just so I got a full understanding. Are you saying that because it's not a lot of money means that means by default you not grifting? I don't even understand what you're saying. What do you mean you think $2,500 is taking care of me? Like, yeah. You made $5,000 off of fucking with my channel, bro. And your defense is, you know I wasn't taking the money because you know it wasn't enough money to support me. What does that mean? That was just one source of income anyway. Remember, Jed also told y'all that he make more money on his Facebook, but he ain't show y'all that money. He make more money on his Facebook, so he got his Facebook, he got this. He doing the for the culture shit. And then he's got the $100,000 he's raising on the side. But then this nigga try to act like, this ain't enough money for me to be stealing it. Meanwhile, he has no job. He has no job.
I mean, it's not like he pays for anything.
It's
You
George.
got people out here paying for his eye surgeries, getting his teeth fixed, buying them monkeys. Come on, people.
So they on there.
Jed's not good enough to be a crisis actor. See, this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. He got the soulless nature of any type of actor. Like whether that be some type of motherfucker within the like he got the black heart. He just don't know how to act. The black heart is necessary for the top tier, and that's what we grade Jed off is the top tier, but he don't have enough of a temper to be anything like for real. Like he couldn't be no real government operative, no real states actor, because if you do any little homework, you'll find out, and he'll tell you to your face. You'll be like, Jed, how can we know we can trust you on this? And Jed will tell you right to your fucking face, look, I have some unorthodox ways of dealing with all these things as an advocate, and it's not always nice, and you know all the shit he say. That shit will bring down governments. Jed will bring down a government in a weekend. Like if the Democrats ever brought a Jed like Jed in, the Republicans would just sit back and Just write all the shit down. Election time happened. Whoever it is, they gonna make the whole campaign about Jedidiah Brown. The beginning of when he was showing when Random News was showing the shit of him and Napoleon. Ain't that what that shit sounded like? It sounded like Napoleon was cool with all the shit when Jed was helping him get what he wanted. Then when it was time for Jed to get what he was supposed to get, nigga hit him with the new phone. Who this? New phone, who this? Grace Levi hit me. She sent me something very interesting. I'm gonna have to hit her back before I say what I want to say on the air. You done made her mad too, bro. You done made her mad. And I can't speak for Grace Levi, but here's why I think the main reason she's mad, Jed. And this is regardless if I think she wants to do right or not. That's irrelevant. You know, so I'm not implying anything on that front. But yeah, whether she ever say this out loud or not, this is true. You made her look real stupid, bro. She walked out on faith. And look, we got to admit this with Grace at the end of all this shit. Obviously, I don't agree with the way that she did certain shit. But when you think about why she did it, we all can agree that she did it because she walked out on this skinny ass, flimsy limb for this nigga. Those that was here last year, remember. She walked out on that skinny ass limb for that nigga. And the limb broke. Like it always does when you fuck with Jed. The limb broke. And then you got a choice at that point. Where do you go with it? And so I shout out people like Super Producer and Grace Levi because I'm trying to exhibit true forgiveness in myself. And that's for whatever that means. Without me pointing my finger to anything specific, because I don't want to be like I'm calling anybody out. I'm not on that right now. But I try to exhibit true forgiveness in the sense of like, I could still want to have certain conversations about certain shit. But I'm not, I have got myself to a point in life where I don't need to be selfish to the point of my personal needs or wants can be more than the help that I can provide in a situation that's for the greater good. Does that make sense? You know, I try not to be on that Jed word salad shit. But I hope that makes sense. Annie be in the cut one time. You know what we doing. Like, imagine if two superheroes bumped heads. And then now it's time for both superheroes to use all their powers to stop the bad guy from Earth. And then one superhero goes, yeah, we can tag team and save Earth, all this shit, but I want to talk about some shit that was done to me first. That just kind of feels like more of a conversation after. That makes sense? Because that's what I was trying to get certain people to see. And I respect certain people that didn't necessarily want to rock with it. And I knew which people really wouldn't in certain instances. I know how certain people are, bro. That's a big ask. That could be a big ask of people. And I understand it, but I'm just telling you about like my journey. This is me sharing my faith. And where my faith has brought me. And now, thanks to me doing that, like there's been these different doors open and I'm getting ready to flood the market there's been a lot of people behind the scenes been a little patient. And I'm getting ready to flood the market with some shit for y'all. I'm gonna make sure y'all all have some shit first. Cause some people, and I don't even want to say nobody by name because I don't want, the targeting to happen. But just know, man, there's some motherfuckers that I ain't see eye to eye with not that long ago that done put your boy on some game. The olive branches have been amazing. And I ain't really gotten to pay everybody back yet, but I'm working on something big for everybody though. Basically,
Belt to ass.
and to all you INA people over here, good evening. It's great to see you. I'm gonna stop cussing y'all out on arrival for now. Y'all, I'll give you credit. Y'all not as disruptive as y'all used to be a year ago. Some of y'all may not even have been here a year ago. So those that disagree with me and you are a loyal Jed supporter, I want to thank you for sitting in the bushes and being respectful. You can say what you would like to say as long as you just don't disrespect. Like, as long I ain't gonna disrespect you don't disrespect me, even if we don't agree. But I appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit the like button, or like I tell my own people, get the fuck out. That's not just towards you, that's towards my people as well. If you don't want to hit the like button, you can fucking leave. I want to thank you, and I want you to get comfortable because that September 3rd shit that y'all be worried about, and that shit's real. I just want to talk to y'all about that for half a second. There's really going to be a federal lawsuit filed by me against Jedidiah Brown this week. Like, I don't care what he's telling you. Look at me. If I'm lying, this will be easy to prove, right? Okay then. All right. I'm filing a federal lawsuit this week, Jed, at INA. September 3rd, the judge will rule. And if they rule in our favor, the clock officially starts ticking because the case will probably disappear soon. And when the case disappears, Jed will disappear. It's just that simple. You can come chill with us after the lights go out when you realize that I was the one lying. It was always him. Whatever he's going to tell you, ask him. If he go live in the next day or so, which you never know now, whenever he go live again, ask him, do you think that Shay's really going to file this federal lawsuit? And what do you think the court is going to say September 3rd? Ask him what he thinks the court's going to say. Because he keeps pretending to y'all that he don't even know what September 3rd is. He knows. Ask him. Y'all be listening to me for a reason. There's some of y'all that listen for just the level of like, you want to get this shit to Jed. Some of y'all do listen because you starting to realize some shit with Jed yourself. Maybe the first time you heard me, you was kind of like, fuck this nigga. But then like, now there's been a couple months, you starting to kind of see certain shit on your own. Shit that you ain't even heard me talk about. Shit that you probably like, damn, if he knew this, he go crazy. Which I'm not imploring you to snitch on that nigga. No. Save yourself. When the air mask come out of the ceiling, you got to put the mask on yourself before you can save anybody else. So I got the mask on. I'm cool. This nigga can't. I'm good. So that's why I'm trying to help y'all get y'all mask on. Get your mask on first. It's against the law for this nigga to be impersonating an investigator of a private investigator, and then he's sitting here asking y'all money for a building and restaurant owned by an illegal private investigation company. He got investigate in the name. He got a logo, all this shit. And I read y'all the laws. The laws are clear. This shit illegal. It's illegal in Illinois and it's illegal here. Why does it matter that it's illegal here? Because he uses the internet to work in my state. Which goes for your state as well. Check your laws. He raised money off of y'all, telling y'all that he went to Nevada to investigate Andrew Holmes more than once. I read y'all the Nevada law. That if he actually did that, which he most likely didn't, is illegal. But it's illegal for him to even say that he went there to do it, whether he did it or not. I read that part of the statute as well. What's crazy is how y'all use Fania from all sides. And then Jed trying to double back and use her again. Like, talking about she homeless and shit. Like, how does, like... Let me be careful on how I choose my words. My number one question is, how did you become homeless? Like, you stopped working, you got laid off, like, what happened? Because y'all wording this shit kind of like she became homeless because she was waiting for people to hand her some money or give her a job. But I'm like, how is that going to work when Andrew Holmes still worked there and then she's going to get a job with it? Like, I don't even understand. They promised her a bunch of shit without her even thinking about it. Oh, he went to Vegas to investigate. There's no proof of him actually investigating shit. But the part that sucks for him is the fact that he said he went to do it and he went to Vegas constitutes that he was impersonating a private investigator. They made a lot of promises to Fania because I feel like I got my own personal gripes with Fania in this situation. But neither here nor there. I do know they used the fuck out of her to apply pressure. This is when they just started using anything to apply pressure. And they used this shit to try to apply pressure on Tiffany. Because this is when it became evident that, if you remember the Dalton shit for real, this is when it became evident that if they couldn't get Tiffany, like how they were trying to get Tiffany just like flat out removed, trying to get the FBI involved, all this shit. If they couldn't get Tiffany, then they started being like, we're going to get everybody else close to Tiffany. And that's when you started seeing, that's when Jed came in and people from Thornton start dropping like flies and all this other shit. So they was trying to get Andrew Holmes because that was who was considered her homie in Dalton. That was a trustee. And I mean, they tried, remember, they tried everything. Jedidiah Brown tried everything with Andrew Holmes. He said Andrew Holmes was arrested by the FBI. Jed claimed he had talked to like 13 victims who were all ready to come out, including minors. Jed claimed he gave Kamal, like he raised that money for Kamal for that bribe. Then he raised $1,000 for Officer Miles. All of this shit was illegal. He tried to pick a fight with Andrew Holmes on camera. And I just want to know what happened to all the other victims. Because it was supposed to be the only victim that it was like for Nia's face, but then it was like 30 victims. Remember, Jed was stalking this nigga. They was just posting random pictures of this nigga just walking around the city. I just will tell you this. I find it weird that a sitting trustee allegedly raped somebody and there's no investigation from feds or nothing. That's all I'm going to say. You can take that for how you want to take it.
They're exposing me as a grifter. I can make that money on OnlyFans with one scene.
So let me get this straight. Your defense is, since you can make more money, since you can make that type of money on one scene on OnlyFans, that's proof that you didn't grift this money? I guess I'm confused. And how do you know the rates? And it has to be gay sex, Jed, because it has to be.
Well, they on there. They're exposing me as a grifter.
We did.
I can make that money on OnlyFans with one scene.
This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I?
How do I know?
Zesty.
Facts.
So the man that comes on here preaching with his mama is now telling you he's on OnlyFans. You can't make this shit up.
But I got a mask and it only show your eyes. That's my plan B.
So you on OnlyFans wearing a mask. Are you also coming out of a box like the Gimp?
You looking at the face of a whole goofy.
But if all this stuff fails and I just get sick of all y'all,
you know, like the rest of the grifts he's done tried to pull off throughout the years?
I got a mask and the only thing you can see is my eyes. So I'm just gonna have to put it just like this and go for broke.
Excuse him. He meant to.
This is the same nigga that said he was rich. I don't need none of this shit to pay none of my personal bills.
Say he's gonna do it like that because he's broke.
I'm on demon time now. And now, I want y'all to know, because she's acknowledged it. I have 4 teams who handle things. We consider that an act of war. I am instructing my cyber squad. Find everything on fat ass.
And he... This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I? Going to end up getting all those people sued when their names come up in discovery when somebody sues his ass.
I don't, but I like the justice movement of Iron Name Black. It's just too much feelings involved. Okay, we'll go find somebody that'll lie to you.
I mean, they're on his page. They already found somebody to lie to him.
That's it. Let me tell you something. I have the right to express myself because that's all I get. I don't get money.
Sad to grip.
I don't get money. The nigga showed y'all the pay stubs. Cash App and shit scrolling. I don't get no money.
Dude, who just bragged about all the money he gets?
I don't get fame. I don't even get a break. If you don't like the emotionalism, then understand this. That's what makes me different.
Looks like your boy had a fraud.
That's not a good thing though, nigga.
Fraudulent slip and told you why he really does it.
That's what makes money. That's what makes money. That's what makes money. If you like the movement, then guess what? I don't like you thinking that I gotta qualify to be who I authentically am, so this ain't the movement for you.
Because over at INA, they're just about being messy, not getting results. Just ask for Nia Dukes.
Beth, me and you finna have our first public disagreement. Because you can't tell me where I need to be at.
Just, I know the problem you had with Beth, bro. This is why, if you were truly a skilled advocate, things like this that Beth said would not bother you and you would let it go. But for whatever reason, letting it go is literally just not in your vocabulary. It's just not.
It's like I can't tell you where you need to be at.
Oh, remember he said that, because that's going to come in handy later.
You have stood with me and been supportive, but I'm a human being and I don't have a cape. I am not Superman, and again, I'm not obligated because unfortunately, I don't even get a paycheck for this stuff.
But you do. You get a paycheck in 2 days.
You definitely can believe that Jad makes no money off of this whatsoever.
There are lines that we just shouldn't cross, because guess what? And
that's why he really pushing the INA memberships, so that way he can lean on that money since his videos are hidden and not making money. Did y'all not notice that? The moment he started hiding his videos, I told everybody, when he started pushing the memberships and pushing for that money, he was hunkering down, and that's what he did. He done made like $4,000-$5,000 in the last month between swearing that he's doing this shit for the I Got 5 on it initiative. Then he's doing which that comes from, if y'all do this and if y'all join for the culture, you was gonna get a chance to put your people on the 500, but obviously that was never gonna fucking happen. And so that and the building, he done raised about 3 G's for that. Then he raised that money for his birthday. Only 60% of what he was trying to get, though. Wasn't enough. I feel you, Jed. And then this nigga want to turn around and be like, I ain't get no money from this shit. It's like, nigga, we'll open the books and show us that all that money is with all the shit you claimed it was. And you can't and you won't. All that we see is that while your videos are hidden, you got people paying for memberships for a channel that don't have no fucking videos. And a channel that don't have no fucking videos. And then history of the last month, you raising all this money for nothing and not showing it spent on anything. But you're not getting no money. Got it.
If that's the case, then you should contribute more. You should have bumped then you should contribute. You should buy my plane ticket because I got to get back there. If that's how we want to do this. Go.
You told Beth that in order for her to say some shit to you, she should have gave you more money?
Buy my plane ticket because I need to get back there. I got more stuff to do in Harvey. Then you said make it right. Okay.
Looks like somebody else finally saw the light, and Jad ain't happy about that at all.
Right now, right in real time, I am removing you from INA. Boom, boom.
Damn. Getting kicked out of INA live on the air is outrageous.
I swear this dude's got the thinnest skin on the planet.
And let me tell you something else. There's one business owner inside of Harvey, because while people telling me where I should be, we've been working with this situation because we found out that he was basically renting a space in Harvey but not paying taxes, and they were stealing the cars of the residents of Harvey.
And this would be the start of a long story that's going to be the basis of this whole episode.
That man told me what was being done to him.
What?
His words to me was, I gave Clark a donation for $2,000. Clark won the election, said we good, and then once he won the election, he didn't even want to talk to me no more.
Kind of like what happened to Jad when Napoleon told him to fuck off.
This man said to me, and out of his mouth, he said, I want to pay my taxes, but Kellogg took my property and gave it to somebody else and they damaged it.
And if you haven't figured it out, Harvey's just a corrupt place all the way around.
Facts. Like big facts.
That I said, well, why do you think Clark is acting like that to you? He's no good. He's corrupt. Why? What did he do? He said, he's just mad because I didn't give him $20,000.
And take note of that because it's going to be important later in the story.
I said, we need to meet with the mayor. And I need you to say that in his face. I called Clark, and that man said, Clark said, I'm very busy. That man is not gonna do nothing, and he is not a good corporate citizen, and he is not gonna tell the truth. But so that you will see. He says, I will have the meeting. Do you all know that they went in that meeting and I watched Clark kick that man's ass from one room to...
Sure you did, Jed. You must have got promised some big shit for this Clark shit. Cause this shit be cracking me up, like how you try to do this shit so fast to the point where you thought everybody was stupid. Where it's like, Jed, like, bro, like, everybody see your play here. Your play with this Clark shit is so obvious.
The neck.
And if that was true, you know Jad would have filmed it just for the content.
He talked about not one, not two, not three, but 4 properties that he ain't paid no taxes on.
And as soon as Jad heard about those buildings, all he smelled was money from that point on.
Man, you said that he was mad because of the $20,000. Why did you say that? He said that because I can't think of nothing else he would be mad at me for. What? So wait a minute. You just told me that this man was mad at you because you didn't give it. Did he ask you for $20,000? Clark, I never asked you for no money. I never did anything. I don't.
Right. So since if I'm gonna believe your story, which I really don't because it's you, but if I'm gonna believe your story, you believed all this just because Clark said he never said it. Got it.
Trust you. I'm not gonna do no fraud. I'm sitting there watching it in real time.
So according to Jed, this man accused the mayor of extorting him right to his face. And all it took for the mayor to do was say, no, I didn't. And Jed was like, okay.
See what I'm saying?
I told that man that he got to get off that property. And he got to get off that property. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Wouldn't it be the mayor's job to kick him off the property? Who the fuck is Jed to tell anybody what they can and can't do in a city that he don't live in?
And that's the other part. Okay, the mayor's decided that the information you brought him, that's why Clark gotta be careful because this nigga's operating illegally in Illinois. The mayor sees some shit that you working on, is like, oh, okay, cool. And yeah, he probably shouldn't be on that property. Let's just go with that. How the fuck is Jed allowed to be involved? One thing I know Clark was mad about was Jed being on camera so much. Like on his own camera.
But trust, we'll get to that in a second. But let's get to his next crash out.
What I had to do, it was so hard.
Don't mind him. He was just at the Jeffrey pub last night.
$6 Long Island's is diabolical.
Because what I had to do was I had to bring Kyra to Florida.
I wonder what your boy's up to this time.
I had to bring her to Florida to a sanctuary that is going to do a sort of a certain level of training for her, give her the proper nutrition as well as take care of her. And it is going to be at a fraction of what it costs.
Think we might have another Cairo situation going on, but I'll hold judgment for now.
And then when they started to pull off, this is my baby, wishing that she can get out of that car.
And let's just hope I don't have to make another monkey business episode.
You know you going to.
But watch what he's about to say out of his mouth next.
I got a call from a personal friend of mine, Samuel L. Jackson.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss. okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know, and for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that nigga didn't say Samuel L. Jackson. I just be hearing shit.
Who was an actor. He's my favorite actor.
Gotta be a different nigga.
Your boy lies for no reason. And you know if that would have happened, he would have played it live. Just like when he said Snoop Dogg called him.
When I had that day when I had that gun in my head, Snoop Dogg called and said, "How is Jedidiah?"
I guess it was all worth it then.
Is he okay? Now clip that video and send it to Snoop Dogg and ask him to respond to that.
You look at the face of a whole goofy, and that's yet another phone call he has no proof of.
He called me back after 2 months, and I said, man, you know, I called you 2 months ago. He says, well, I was not very happy with how you were addressing that mayor.
Yeah, and if you believe that, you also believe Samuel Jackson bought a copy of Zesty Combat.
In the background, I've been fighting for Fania to get a job.
He went from fighting for justice to fighting for a job.
In the public, people say, and I've said it too because I've been mad, shit looks this way and shit looks that way, and then Fania says something, and I'm saying, Fania, but calm down.
Right, because Andrew Holmes still got his position there. So that shit gonna look kind of weird, Jed. Especially her walking into that.
To give me a second, and it's just all over the place. And then Fania said something, and then people started attacking Fania, and it's just all over the place.
Dick Ritter raised a bunch of money, flew to Vegas, claiming he was getting justice for Fania. So why don't you ask her what happened to that $3,500 he spent on receipts, right?
And do you all know that the receipts that I'm trying to get for this situation is costing us $3,500?
Y'all just done forgot about all the money this nigga's raised.
Yeah, go run tell that.
And since nothing's been done to help Fania, I guess that...
Money went the wrong way.
Fania still ain't got a job. Fania still haven't gotten her lawsuit resolved. Fania still is suffering.
Well, Jad has the power to end her suffering right now, because he can use these resources to get her a lawyer. And then she can get justice and get Andrew Holmes arrested. But he won't.
And, but now I gotta figure out how to navigate all of this effectively, but let's be clear here. I get no paycheck for this. Jesus, help me articulate.
So, Jed, here's my question. If the check that comes on the 21st, where does it go? If it don't go to you, where does it go?
More like Jesus needs to tell him to stop lying, because he's looking like a whole fucking clown right now.
And then somebody says to me in the meeting, they says, well, Jedidiah, we're trying to find the proper place, but because we need you to understand this. And I said, okay, give me the understanding because I'm upset. She needs a job. She's going through. This woman, this is why, blah, 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 blah. And then the person says to me, they say...
See, this is another thing Jed likes to do. The reason why he's saying the person is because he's lying through his teeth. And if he tells you a name, then he has to back it up with proof.
They say, Jedidiah.
You see, and I'm not pausing the screen. Your boy just hasn't thought up the rest of the lie yet.
Andrew Holmes.
I'm glad he called that out. You can always tell when Jed making up the story on the fly.
Holmes wasn't charged.
You know, since Jed went around telling everybody that Andrew Holmes was arrested when he wasn't.
That he has inside scoop, that he knows himself that Andrew Holmes may be arrested and possibly the mayor this week.
And as you can see, you're looking at the face of a whole fucking liar.
I said, okay. I said, Jedidiah, Andrew Holmes is an elected representative of this community. no matter how we feel about it, like it or not, it's not too much we can do about it, okay?
Now watch how he tries to save face for not doing what he said he was going to do to Andrew and for not getting Fania justice. Because this is going to be Jad's excuse of why he's not going to do anything for Fania.
Okay, so why aren't you standing up? But because they're an elected representative, imagine this. Imagine Fania sitting inside of the office and the trustee coming in the building and they demand answers or they want documents or they want to know something or see something and she's sitting right there. Wait a minute. I never thought about it from that perspective.
And I hope you got the fall off of that word salad he just fed you, because that's one of the dumbest excuses I ever heard.
It's the word salad for me.
The residents of Dalton to not abandon that fight. But I had to remember, Dalton wasn't really fighting for itself.
No, Dalton was too busy wasting their resources.
This nigga tried to waste 5,000. I forgot. He got a 5,000 here. And you see Jennifer Roberts on there. Beth gave $50 to that monkey, bro. You such a fucking grifter, bro. That lady gave money for your damn monkey. Her husband died, nigga. And look how you did her. Cause she said some shit you ain't like.
Sources on a weirdo with a monkey fetish when they could have used that money to help Fania do themselves.
Wait, how do I go about this? What do I do? How do I approach this? This is hard.
See what I mean? This fraud ain't gonna do shit. Hey, Fania, if you really want this dude to get you justice, just tell him you watched my video and you think he's a fraud. He'll spend every dime he's got just to save face.
That is a weight.
And in this case, Jazz looking at Fania as dead weight, because he's done with that shit.
And just so y'all know, Random News brings up a great point. You understand that if Fania ever comes out and is dissatisfied with anything concerning Jed and how he's handled her situation, you do understand he's going to give her the fucking works, right? You understand this, right? I hope you do. He will give that girl the business.
So I'm saying, okay, I got to navigate this.
Now watch how he navigates his way off the subject.
So then you have Beth, who was one of the few people.
And now we talking about Beth. You looking at the face of a whole goofy.
So Beth was in the comments of the broadcast, and she's saying, you should have been at the meeting at Harvey. Okay, Beth, that is your opinion. You should have been at the meeting at Harvey. Okay, Beth, I couldn't be there. You should have been at the meeting of Harvey. Okay, Beth, I was not even in town. I didn't know about the meeting.
Now, Jed, I have to ask you just because of context, because you're a liar. Was there any level of expectancy from Beth prior to the meeting that you would be there? Or did she just make this up on her own? I'm just asking. I'm asking a simple question, Jed.
That was wrong. You should have known. And it sounds like people not taking care of. Wait. How many times do I need to give you an answer? Beth, I said that I can't be there. As a matter of fact, now I'm an escalator. Beth, I didn't want to go. Beth, I didn't have to go.
Well, at least he told the truth for once.
Because you all wasn't there. And I don't talk about things that's going on in the background.
Now spark up why he talks about what happens in the background.
Get ready.
But you all wasn't there when Beth was inside of the Flint chat, offending the people of Flint, telling them about how they needed to do better and standing up for themselves, because what she has done as an advocate is this, that, and the third. And now Beth is coming in, and I got to sit from the seat of the role of the person that's blamed for everything. And I got to try to mitigate this to tell them, y'all, please don't be offended. And then think to myself, well, what is Beth talking about? Because Dalton wasn't fighting like that.
Dalton could have did a lot of shit if he didn't have been worrying about bullshit.
Now somebody in INA tell me if I'm lying or not.
Good thing he asked INA, because if he asked anybody else, they call him a liar right to his face.
And then every time you turn around, I'm getting a phone call.
But here's the thing, Random, what I'm starting to learn is there's a lot of people in the crowd that even though they don't say nothing to Jed, they don't because they know how he is. There's some people starting. That's why his numbers have plummeted over the last month. People seeing all these different causes sputter out. All that big talk for Flint, nothing happened. You ask him about the court case, he gonna lie. All that big Dalton talk, that shit's over. All that big Harvey talk, shut down. He got court cases and shit. He trying to raise money for this. He trying to raise money for that. He hiding videos. He doing, bro, a lot of people are side-eyeing him. You hear his motherfucker, you hear him talking to his fucking chats. And this nigga be sitting in his chat, you know, he be mad. He's been mad at his chats a lot more lately. Because he know what it is. Well, and Beth, exactly. Good evening, Beth. And this is how I know what he be on. That's why he don't. Anytime Jed tells a story, he's not gonna ever tell the real reason why somebody was upset with him. He's gonna always just make it seem like you're just some crazy who just was acting crazy. Only people get, and he don't see that by his own explanations that all his stories are, I came up and people started acting crazy. And he won't for 1 second think that maybe he makes people act crazy.
When Beth called and said, oh, I just gave them this money and I just gave them that money, I could show y'all the full amount of money that Beth has given us.
Yeah, and if you believe that, then you also believe this game is real. And in that case, cash app your boy.
Okay, why are we announcing everywhere that you contribute something? It gives the perception of, oh, he getting all this money. What we're doing costs thousands and thousands and thousands of tens.
No, it don't. The shit you're doing is nothing. This is why people get mad that be giving you a lot of money. Because they be believing you, and then they start seeing shit like, Jed, why are you wasting time on anything that Shay says when there's some shit you could be doing? Why do you care what this person says when you should be doing this, and this? Then he be mad at the people that fund the project. Then he tries to figure out how he can, like, I don't know. He know what he be doing. And then, because he want the money, he just don't want you to say shit to him. Because he wants you to understand that all this shit costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, even though he ain't never showed you anything that costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. His live stream setup is still, he don't even have a handstand for his phone. Like he refuses to put money in this operation. He got his little quote unquote studio set up on the utter cheap. He showed y'all that he was making $7,000 at the peak in a month just from AdSense. That's not including all the donations or anything. And this nigga telling y'all he don't get a paycheck, but you can't see how INA has grown with that money. He showed you all the money that supposedly INA made, but he ain't showing you where to go. At the end of all of it, he still asked y'all for $100,000, and he's supposed to be rich already.
Thousands of dollars.
And just know none of that money going to Finea Dukes, and he ain't going to show you what he's doing with any
And
of
Beth gave you this, and Beth gave you that, and Beth, wait, what? Yes. But we do need to get this, we still need these resources because this is happening and that's happening. Wait, but Beth just said she gave you this. Oh my God.
And this is the real reason he's mad at Beth, because she realized she was being used, and now that she's speaking out, she's fucking up your boy's pockets.
That's exactly what it always be. And I can't speak for anybody's situation, but that's what I see in a lot of these cases is like, you giving, because a lot, I be trying to get people to understand that everybody that donate this shit to Jed ain't evil. They be believing what Jed be saying, and then it comes to a point where they a lot of times wake up. That's why Jed don't really have like followers really like that for years. It's high changeover. That's one thing that I saw, like, when I've been going over a lot of these old videos and old chats, and some of y'all that be editing Random News could probably attest to this as well, is you'll see that, like, the chats change over frequently. So if you go look at my chat from last year, you'll still see a lot of names that you see still in here now. Whether it's every day, every other day, whatever, however you show up, with an addition of some. So like a year from now, it was like an addition. There's still the same people, give or take a couple, and additions. Jazz shit be like a whole changeover. And a lot of y'all YouTubers, whether your channels are bigger or smaller, you know what I'm talking about. And you see that shit with Jed. You look at some of his old streams, you see the chats and stuff they putting on the screen, and a lot of them, and it's, bro, some of them that was really riding hard for this nigga. Now you go over there, them niggas is gone now. And that's before you look at the situation. You see motherfuckers like Super Producer. Minion, I want to believe that truck shit. And I've heard this multiple times too. I want to believe it. I gotta see some paperwork before I believe that Jed bought anything and put it in his name. That's part of his scam, the way he scammed like he do. He don't want to keep nothing in his name just in case he ever get pinched and all this shit. That's why he don't realize I'm after information. He ain't really good at this shit like he think he is. He ain't never ran into people that's like willing to go to court and shit, but he's just escalated it more and more. Because like Kanika Jenkins' mama could have really lit into his ass, but it was like she was getting her situation situated. And so it was just like, let me just kind of just get my shit and fall back. Take my name off everything and get my little settlement and go my way. Mary has distanced herself from him major. Like all of them motherfuckers in Dalton have utterly stepped away from him. Like even though this nigga be saying Stephanie Wiedemann name, we still ain't seen her pop up. Only motherfucker we seen is Keith Price, and that nigga wasn't even on Jed's side when he was there. So, Keith Price, by fucking with Jed, it just showed the type of person Keith Price really is. The way he was so hardcore for Tiffany, act like he was, all about watching Tiffany back and all this shit, and now this nigga in bed with Jed. Make that shit make sense. I was able to send him $600 so he could keep advocating.
Lord Jesus.
But see, this is where Jed don't understand. Jed be trying to make people look like they crazy when it's like, nah, these people donate a lot of money. And then it's like, you're not even just straight up with them where it's like, nah, this is exactly how I'm going to handle shit. You don't even have no explanation for them. And they sitting here like, bro, I done sent you this money so you could do X, Y. You made it seem like if you got X, Y, and Z, you would do X, Y, and Z. And then you got X, Y, and Z, and you just did whatever the fuck you wanted to do. And then he'll be talking shit about me. And then this week we'll file the lawsuit and he'll say some slick shit about that. And yes, filing fees are $405. The reason why everything's still going towards it is we got to pay for service, and, things of that nature once we file. So for those wondering, it's like, man, it's only $405. We at $530. Yeah, that shit's going towards service of this nigga and all that shit. Just for the record.
And when that happens, well, his ex-teammate said it best.
Well, being an active mod in this chat don't mean shit. At least in her bio. Because ain't nobody, so for example, that's a great point you brought up, Scott Johnson. Because Mary do be modding this shit. The difference is it goes back to what I've been telling y'all the last couple weeks. If you really pay attention to his chats, There ain't no Harvey people in his chats. There ain't no Flint people in his chats. This is just like people across the country who like drama. Because when Jed have these, when he's doing his political word salad bullshit, don't nobody be really paying attention. When he be trying to do that extra lifting for somebody like Clark, don't nobody really be paying attention. They like the streams where it's drama, him getting at somebody, going in. So Mary popping in over there, it ain't like the same thing like last year where it was like so many people from Dalton was in Thornton Township was in my chat, his chat, shit like that. Now his chat is completely hollowed out. Mine's not so much because we've converted a lot of people, Thornton Township people, into just they fuck with LNC now, even when it's not related to them. Jed ain't really had no conversions like that. So it's just like people across the country just watching this nigga like a TV show. And so Mary being in there, bro, a lot of motherfuckers don't even know what Mary even really be on for real. But as far as people doing all these taking pictures and being out public, that shit's over. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who has come out to endorse Jed? He's made it official. Who has come out to endorse Jed? Radio silence.
That's unacceptable in Jed's faith. He's gonna frame you in any way he can.
And now Beth is among the many that knows that firsthand.
Yes, Beth gave us that, but she gave us that probably a month ago when this was happening. Wait a minute, Beth is in the chat and everybody is pissed off again. And what did she say? And okay, hold on. So I'm just like,
I think what he's trying to say is he was big mad.
This is the question you have to ask yourself. If everything's on the up and up with Jed, why does he have to leave the city so much? Why does he have to leave the city so much? He's like at Harvey for a day or two, and then he's flying to wherever he's flying, which is most likely Texas, allegedly. Why? Why wouldn't he just have a crib up there? But then he'll turn around and try to run for Congress on some fake shit, which I don't even believe that shit. And I don't think he'll ever even file real paperwork for that. I just think it's a grifting opportunity, and then he'll pass y'all off to one of his homies. Rollo in the cut one time. Ladies, we breaking out the Methuselahs.
they're telling Beth, he used you. Give us all of the screenshots and all of the chats so we can see what's happening. Because that's what they own. They don't give a fuck about Beth or anything.
Yes, they do. See, that scares you because Beth holds your life in her hands on that shit. See, anybody that's a former top donor of yours, that's some scary shit for you. Because they are able to tell a couple more stories than anybody else. And Jed, you get money from people in the name of investigating and advocating is illegal. It's illegal. It's not even allowed, Jed. I read you the law. Remember?
They gonna try to use it because they're trying to validate their bullshit.
Nobody needs to validate anything on a well-known liar.
So when I go into a city like Harvey, I think about things like that, what I'm watching and what I know. I told you all about why I have my perspective. I explained it.
Right.
And I'm not going after Clark like I did everybody else because guess what? It ain't check out so far.
Right. And then he did this Harvey shit too fast. See, the Dalton shit worked better because you slow crawled into the bullshit, Jed. You came in really just like looking Andrew Holmes shit, and then you sensationalized that to start leading in other shit. The Harvey shit you did differently. The Harvey shit, you claim that people called you, even though you've never showed any receipts of this, but people called you and brought you into Harvey because of how corrupt and evil Mayor Clark is. He was telling people they couldn't clap in meetings or all types of shit. And you was there for that. They brought you there for that. But within like 48 hours of you getting there, you realized that all the people that you listened to and were cool with that brought you in, you realized that all of them were fucking liars. And actually, Mayor Clark, he's not only above board, you willing to state out loud that all of them people lied on him. And they can't show you any evidence of him being corrupt. And you flip sides so hard, and you now believe Clark so much that you are now engaging Clark's top opponents. And you want us to believe this ain't because Clark done paid you, promised you anything. This is just because this is where the investigation led you. Nigga, y'all crazy to the motherfucker, bro.
But people are
when you stretch it all out like that, when you go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, this is why Random News was like, bro, like I've tried. Random News even mentioned, he was like, I tried to end this video several times, and every time before I can finish it, he does something else. And that's why you be thinking like a lot of shit be fake, and it's like it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Sold the people out. How?
At this point, you got to be a real dumbass or just a for the culture member to not see that this dude's aggressor.
If one side says I'm not talking to you because you didn't do it the way I wanted you to do it, and it's only one side talking, guess what? I only have one perspective. That's Clark's perspective and the facts. So guess what's happening when I get there? I'm going from Clark's perspective and the facts.
And since Clark is just...
But what about the other people's perspective? The perspective of the people that brought you in? What, their perspective doesn't matter now? I mean, you hear this nigga, right?
As messy as he is, I guess we got a match made in heaven.
But guess what happened to me? He chose Clark.
Because as soon as he saw Clark, he saw money signs.
I've had to solidify myself and stop refusing to take the blessings that people have from me because I am not super rich.
Oh, he's not super rich. Remember he said that.
Can I stop talking extra about people? No.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
This is the advocate. And remember, I'm the nigga that tells the quote-unquote over-the-line jokes, and I'll say bitch and all of these things. But nobody ever has to tell me to watch how I'm speaking on supposedly serious shit. His own people be telling like, Jed, stay focused on the mission. Like, nobody is going to have to tell me like, Shay, leave Jed alone and get that lawsuit done, bro. What you mean we got to wait another week for this lawsuit because you got to do a 5-hour stream about this nigga? That's what he be on. This is what people try to get him to see, where it's like, it's one thing for you to respond, but you be literally like, this stopped everything you was doing. It's like, and then you chastise your people. They literally are, they believe in you, Jed. That's why they tell you, let that shit go and keep doing the other shit because we believe in you. Fuck them. And you be like, nah, this is more important.
Because if he did that, he might look like a professional. And we know we can't have that.
But not even having been in Harvey that long, I have done so much for them in this small amount of time.
Name 5 things.
But when do I get my...
Yeah, he lacks focus, Beth, but unfortunately, I believe that's by design. He classically baits and switch. Like, That's why, like, even like with Vivian, he baited and switched. When he had Vivian on his side and Vivian was, you know, strong for him, when you were on his side and you were strong for him, he loved that shit. The moment y'all question any damn thing about him, then it turns into all of this. It's by design. He gets y'all to gain his trust, and then hopefully y'all will follow him even when it stops making sense. And for a lot of people, that's different levels of it, but that's generally what happens. Like, most people be following him, and then it's like, wait, Jed, this don't really make sense. And then, so, bro, the amount of times I've seen somebody get that was a supporter of his, that because he so doesn't want to explain what he's doing, the most innocent question will get you cussed out and kicked out of INA. The most innocent question.
Appreciation.
And here Goofy goes again looking for appreciation and credit. You know, the thing that he said he's not in this.
And that's what I'm saying, Wyoming. If Rollo, squad in the building, you know what it is. We breaking them out. See, Wyoming brings up a great point right here. Once he couldn't help those folks with Clark, he should have moved on. He went to Harvey because someone called him, but why is he still there? That is my whole point. Okay, you realize that Clark is actually, you know, he's the one telling the truth and they all liars. And I'm like, so now he was so moved about all of this bad, quote unquote, happening to Clark that he didn't just go realize they was on bullshit and left. He realized they was on bullshit and decided to work all this free time for the mayor because that's what's quote unquote right. Y'all all wrong. So that's why you'll see the Jed cussing out an old man that's lived in Harvey for 2-3 decades because Jed trying to tell him what's best for him as if he fucking lives there. You see how one lady heard that Jed was coming into the town and she's an actual figurehead that people listen to around the city and whatnot. And she tried to reach out to fucking Jed to try to welcome him into the city. That nigga took that shit as an act of war.
I mean, he even bragged about not wanting credit in his goofy ass theme song. You might want to have your team change those lyrics.
They not looking for the credit. You can't make this shit up.
It's around for you, buddy.
Somebody said, if I was you, I'd get my monkey and live my life. Alicia Russell, I want that so bad.
But since your boy doesn't...
Right, but he ain't got no 401k plan. He don't have no job. So, okay, so let's say tomorrow, Jed just decided, man, all these lawsuits and shit, I'm not working on Harvey, I'm not working on Flint, and I'm not doing any of this YouTube shit. I'm gonna quit this advocacy shit. Where's the money coming from? What will he do for a living? That's why the nigga said I wish I could, because he wants y'all to believe he has this alternate life that's just on the side chilling, that's making all these millions of dollars that got him rich as fuck, that he could just go do this shit. But then he get caught up like this. It was like, I can't leave the game. Well, yeah, because if you left the game, you be broke. It's just that simple. What kind of rich nigga? You ain't never heard of a rich nigga taking the ass whooping and shit like this what Jed is taking. No lawyer, nothing. That's why this nigga's like, that's why some people like, man, why don't you just take Cairo and go chill for a month or two? He can't. A month or two in his world is like a year. Jed being gone like a month, that's terrible because he'll have to retell. It'll be a whole bunch of people going on to the next thing that they on, and he'll have to start all over. That was one reason why he loved this opportunity in Harvey. But he did so bad in Dalton that he couldn't quite get this Harvey shit off the ground like he wanted to. He liked that it was Harvey since it was close enough to so he could have a little bit of name recognition around the Dalton shit or whatever. But he couldn't really get the shit jumping like he wanted to, because off the ground, people saw it was him. Was like, no. That he's doubled up to get into a fuckhead. It wasn't even a fist fight. He raged out, beat somebody down. Still bragging about it, by the way. Like the levels of wire fraud, he doesn't realize that using his phone and doing live streams, lying to get people to donate money is wire fraud. He doesn't even understand that. And by the grace of God, something told him not to put his hands on you. That was low-key the scariest part of the stream. Because, Beth, I was watching that whole shit live while it was happening. I couldn't fucking believe it. By the grace of God, something kept him, because you saw that he went on a few seconds later and punched a woman right in her face twice. So, like, INA people, I don't need you to donate your money here. That ain't what none of this is about. I want you to just be aware of what's happening and what's getting ready to happen to him. Remember all the shit he told y'all about me. All these investigations and this meeting with YouTube and all of these different things that never happened. But meanwhile, you saw what I said was going to happen is happening, and September 3rd is the biggest date ever in regards to it. Just look around. Between me and you, you know that I'm filing this lawsuit against him. Whether you agree with me or not, you know I'm going to do it. That's why y'all should tell him he needs to chill and stop talking so much. If he block you, then you'll see that he wasn't no real nigga. Some of y'all is time to get out of the boat. He'll show you. Go to Jed with palms up telling him how you really trying to help him and how you really worried about the shit that I say I'm going to do and that you, from research, know that I will do. Even if you disagree, you know this is a hassle for Jed, right? Tell him that from the bottom of your heart and see how fast he kick you out of INA. He don't ever do no public meetups. For a nigga that's supposed to be an advocate, how come you can't ever do a public meetup with him? Ain't this something you can come to expect from all advocates? What do you see most advocates doing? Even Dr. Umar, nigga. They advertise in places where they gonna be to be doing their advocacy. Jed, the best you can get from Jed is maybe he'll pop up to a meeting, you know, some shit really controlled with police and shit in there and some corrupt people that he might know or whatever. But, you know, did Jed ever have some kind of community day? He always made fun of the pizza I allegedly bought, but he never brought pizza or anything. Like, why wouldn't you be in the community meeting up somewhere? Nope. Then this nigga told niggas in his stream yesterday was like, I need y'all to take off of work to make sure I have 100 people at this event for my candidacy. And then apparently, here's the fucked up thing. It was people in the chat. They was mad. They was like, well, Jed, I already took a day off for that last day before you postponed it. You know what Jed said? That nigga was like, what? I'm not worth taking off 2 days? I said, this nigga crazy than a motherfucker, nigga. I said, this nigga Jed crazy than a motherfucker, bro. Imagine having a motherfucker take off from work for you, only for you at the last minute to postpone the event Then you set the event up on another day, and then niggas is like, but I don't want to use another fucking PTO day for this shit when you canceled the last time. That nigga said, so you telling me I'm not worth 2 days? you can't take off for me for 2 days. Nigga, I don't even ask my wife for that. It would have to, for me to tell my wife to do that, it would have to be a real, like, baby, I'm taking you to Jamaica. Won't you take like for me to tell my wife to take off of work, it has to be so I'm literally doing something for her. I would not even just have her take off of work because like, hey, take off of work because this video game coming out. I'm trying to go wait line. I need the car so I get this new video game. This nigga, he told people to take multiple days off of work. I was over here, side split.
Have any real life skills, he got a grip for the rest of his life.
I was doing that for 3 years. And my mama came to me and said that the Lord basically said,
Oh man, he's talking about one of his mother's hallucinations again. And you're gonna love this story.
I'll never forget my mama looking me in my face and saying to me, she said, I gotta put the fact that I'm your mama to the side because God told me to tell you these words. If you don't get back to your purpose, he's gonna take you up out of here.
I so want you to take that seriously, Jed. I so want you to take that seriously. I think you should really take your mama seriously on that one.
And that God said that he allowed you to live your life the way you want to live it. And the time for you to get back to what he called you to is now.
The Lord had this same talk with me, Jed. Told me if I ain't changed my ways, I'll be dead before 40. Nah, Jed has a purpose. Think about it. To be honest with you, the reason why Jed gets people to donate and shit, yes, sometimes you find most of the people find out and then they stop. But what made him donate in the first place? He's extremely charismatic. He knows how to get a crowd together, and he knows how to make people believe. Right? We can agree to this with Jed, right? So what if Jed used all that for good? What if he truly used his gift of gab for actual good? What if he used his advocacy racket to actually advocate? So if he was to turn back and do advocacy and everything the right way, think about the abundance of blessings that not only Jed can provide, but would receive in return. So that's what I see. Trina, what's happening? So that's what I see his true purpose is. Instead, he's turned his purpose into being a low-level scammer. He got the nuts to stand up for shit. He just don't stand up for the right shit. He'll stand up behind some crooked ass lie to make a couple of dollars instead of standing up using that same type of. Y'all know Jed got some big balls when it comes to some lies. We've seen, bro. Jed lied about that whole situation with Amir. Amir didn't throw a single fucking punch. And Jed stone cold lied about that whole thing. Imagine if Jed used that stone cold ability for good. Think about that shit for real. What if he used that, the way he a stone cold lie about some shit, what if he used that for good instead? Where he would just stand up in the face of evil with no fear like that. So yeah, when I hear him say that his mama said this shit, I think he should take that shit seriously. You know, I've told Jed several times it's not too late to turn back, and I don't be saying that shit joking.
My mother looked at me and said those words.
And since his mom's a known
Court tomorrow at 11? Oh, that's going to be great.
liar, I guess he doesn't have anything to worry about.
And then one day, I got a call that I needed to go to doctor. And I went. And I ain't been able to sit down ever since.
Which is the same reaction he has every time.
Damn it.
He leaves the Jeffrey pub.
If I sit back down, I'm afraid of what God will do. True story.
If he was worried about what God would do, he wouldn't be out here scamming the way he does.
Facts.
And if you thought that story was bad, listen to this bullshit.
There has been, in the last 48 hours, quite a bit of a stir.
I mean, isn't that just a normal day when it comes to this dude?
Big facts.
The fallout that is going on is that the announcement, or the public announcement, that I have appointed Keith Price to be the CEO of INA.
Keith Price, I can't wait to see what the play is. And I will get to see.
Keith might want to go talk to Sheena James, because I give it 3 months before this shit blows up.
Before I made this announcement,
Jed know he didn't have these things. See, here's the, okay, so for example, I'm glad you brought up that, Minion, when you talk about like the FaceTime video of Andrew Holmes. See, this is kind of how Jed works. When he starts going at certain people like a Tiffany or whatever, these motherfuckers know that they can never respond to Jed. Don't ever respond to that nigga because he's just looking for clout. And the moment you say something to him, basically he's going to flop like LeBron, be doing national interviews and all this other shit playing victim. So what Jed does in return to that is Jed uses that and leverages that. How does he do that? He just makes up the most outrageous shit possible about you. And says the most outrageous shit in hopes of that you say something. And then if you don't say nothing, he uses your silence against you with people that believe him. So that's how it turns into, oh, well, we found out Andrew Holmes not only did this shit to Fania, there's like 10 other victims, some of them are minors, this, that, we went to Vegas and this, that, and the third. And the whole time, Andrew Holmes like, no matter what this nigga say, I'm never saying nothing. I'm never responding to that nigga. Because he actually know the nigga, so he know better. So that's how he ends up saying shit like, oh, I got a FaceTime video of Andrew Holmes. Andrew Holmes ain't gonna never deny it. And Jed obviously ain't gonna never show it. You know what I mean?
announcement, I had a total of 15,179 people who subscribed to our broadcast.
Just proving there's a ton of naive ass people out here.
Now that I made the announcement, we are at 15,148 people who are subscribed to our broadcast.
Looks like a few of them woke up.
I want to remind you all, when I was fighting the Kanika Jenkins case, if you go look at my Facebook page, I had 110,000 people who followed me on Facebook. And then when we had the fallout with the situation in the Kanika Jenkins case.
That situation being Jed stealing money.
Exactly.
When you go higher, you got to drop off every weight. And guess what? I'm looking at the numbers and I see myself saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'd rather have 15 people than to have 15 people that's really with me than to have 15,000.
You a damn lie, Jed. You talk like a nigga that be having like hundreds of thousands, like he make you think that nobody has any more subscribers than him on YouTube.
People who are only with me as long as I'm doing what they want me to do, and they don't care nothing about me.
Because when it comes to INA and all of this,
but none of this shit's supposed to be about you, Jed. At no point is this INA shit supposed to be about you. That's what you always tell us. None of this shit has anything to do with you. Then now you're sitting here like, oh, but now y'all expect it not to be about me. Well, nigga, you said it wasn't going to be.
fake activism, it's all about him, never about justice.
All these people that were smiling in my face, oh, I'm your friend. All these people were saying, I got your back. All these people who were saying, I'm with you to the end. All these people that were saying, I can't wait till you get to the next one. I want you to hear me. As God gets ready to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in my hand.
All those dumbasses over in INA must have got extra jobs and took some more shifts.
When I said that Samuel L. Jackson called me back 2 months later, then I called him for a reason. Thank you, Jesus.
And now Samuel L. gonna give him hundreds of thousands of dollars. What a goofy.
Because people always want to point out your flaw, but I ain't never ever said that you could push me. I said you could pray for me, but don't push me.
Now listen close to what he's about to say.
I've never ever expressed that I won't stand up against a senior or a female or a child.
So this
or a child.
Activist is not above beating up the elderly, women, or children. Got it.
I've learned this. Most people just don't have critical thinking skills. Most people go along with the crowd.
Those people got a name. They're called INA.
I said, I'm not looking for destruction of Tiffany Henyard. They said, well, you the one that started.
Good night, trainer. Rest up easy, cousin.
But when did I do that?
Again, since Tiffany straight up told this fool.
Her position was, I'm not engaging you.
And then this fool goes on to stalk and harass her. That shows that he started it.
You can't hurt me with leaving because I didn't see people leave in droves.
We should tell everybody in INA that the dude's history proves that he is a fraud and shouldn't be trusted.
Well,
facts.
Well, how do you feel that people are leaving? I feel like what happened with Justice Family. I feel like what happened with Young Leaders Alliance. I feel like what happened with Kanika Jenkins' case. I feel like what happened with the Donald Trump situation. I feel like what happened with the Laquan McDonald happened.
And in every one of those situations, he showed up, grifted for money, fucked the money up, and got proven to be a fraud. And
every time.
Whenever he gets exposed, he'll just disappear for a few months, go to a different city, and recycle the same grift.
My assignment is not destruction. My assignment is to make things right.
Yeah, we ain't even halfway through the video yet, buddy.
And guess what? Now that I know we're not the same, again, thank you, because I don't have to share what's coming into my hands and into my life with you.
Like, this nigga's wild, bro.
We're gonna do any of that shit anyway.
It don't bother me when Judas trades on me. It bothers me when the people who was closest to me, now that it looked like there's a little friction, they
nigga, your top grill just look like one big ass tooth.
Start showing you how they stand and where they are in the first place. I'm not worried about the people in Dalton politics talking about me. I'm worried about the people in INA.
Well, remember how you had all that shit on lock and now you don't? Remember how Dalton Politics used to treat you like everything you said was gospel till they found out you was a fucking liar too?
The ones that's been in the room when we get the briefing, and the ones that was in the moment when we were strategizing, and the ones that was you know, I'm worried about the Kimberleys.
The only reason he's worried about her is because she has all the receipts on his ass.
I'm worried about people like that. I'm worried about a Lady Luck Club who was supposedly on my side, but now you doing lives and you ain't never made a phone call, and these are.
Nigga, why do you think that when people find out how much of a dirtbag you are, they owe you a phone call? That shit crazy to me.
The people that I would have made a mistake like I did already.
He would have made a mistake like he did already. Your boy sounds like an idiot.
Worried about people who, when they are your producer, they're plotting on other people and giving you ideas on how to destroy people's channels and how to take them down. And so when I look at it, I say, I'm not shocked, because I saw your pedigree when you was right there with me.
And if you're out here striking channels because you can't stand the truth, just know you're a fucking loser.
And I gave Trina Downs the opportunity to show me who she was in her character. Now go do the research. Without a cause, she literally couldn't sustain working together to build because that's not who she is at the core.
Why would anybody want to
this nigga just be saying shit?
Build anything with a messy ass goofy that brings chaos?
Which now, Trina Downs couldn't call me to help her pay for a water bill. But what y'all don't know is that Trina Downs was sitting there in the face of a man that's about to become a millionaire. And I don't gotta prove that to y'all.
He's not gonna.
You getting ready to become a millionaire for what? Then if you're getting ready to become a millionaire, then why don't you just wait instead of raising this $100,000? Daniel Berry was happening.
Prove it to you because he can't. And why is the dude that claims he's about to be a millionaire always on here begging for fucking money?
Make it make sense.
And if you're wondering, no, I didn't pause the camera. Your boy's just sitting here realizing he just said something stupid that he's gonna have to back up in the future, and he knows he can't. And if you're part of INA, just know if this idiot does get $1 million.
This is hilarious that this is a real-time running picture and not paused. That makes it that much more funny. Hold on, nigga.
He's not gonna.
And that's about to become a millionaire. And I don't gotta prove that to y'all.
He's not gonna prove it to you because he can't. And why is the dude that claims he's about to be a millionaire always on here begging for fucking money? And if you're wondering, no, I didn't pause the camera. Your boy's just sitting here realizing he just said something stupid that he's gonna have to back up in the future, and he knows he can't. And if you're part of INA, just know if this idiot does get $1 million, it's coming out of your pockets.
So I said, God, take my house, take my reputation, take the crowd, take every bit of comfort from me. Because
Jed, think about the level you was grifting with Kanika Jenkins towards now. You was getting money then, nigga. Now look at all the shit you doing for change. You don't even see it.
Because every time you put me in an uncomfortable position, you brought me to the next level greater than the one I was in before.
More like he just finds people dumber than the last group that he ripped off previously.
Why are these philanthropists? Jesus! I'm so sorry, y'all. Why are these philanthropists? Why are these businesses? Why are these politicians calling me, trying to work with INA and trying to sew into what we're doing? Why are these celebrities responding? It's the same reason why when I came into Dalton, I came in there broke, busted, and disgusted, and then I left there with tens of thousands of dollars that I could take to the next city.
Wait, what? Did this nigga just admit that he left Dalton with tens of thousands of dollars that he could take to the next city? When the tens of thousands of dollars for Dalton was supposed to go back into Dalton. This nigga just admitted that he's taking the shit out of Dalton.
I thought he was trying to raise money for Phineas Dukes. I guess not.
That nigga said I took it. I took it to another city. You can't make this shit up.
Making any sense to anybody?
To the dumbasses that collectively have one brain cell over in INA, you're making perfect sense.
So let's go beyond that. I just told y'all not too long ago, somebody sold into INA, and then they called in and said it was fraud.
He meant to say they called.
Jay, you better be careful.
And it said he was a fraud.
Hear the words that's coming out of my mouth. And I had to report to INA that all of our accounts in that bank were stunted and stopped.
And now you're...
So now you sound like Umar. Go ahead.
Boy trying to pull a grift that another grifter I know is doing right now.
I called the bank.
I promise. Immediately, as soon as he said it, I'm like, so now you pulling the Umar.
And the bank told me that my personal account
as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen.
This is Umar Johnson. He has a group called FDMG. And just like Jed has INA, he's been grifting them for money for years. And then he never does anything. And he comes back online with a dumbass excuse. Jed does everything he does.
Somebody made or tried to sabotage me.
And I heard somebody else say he was...
Like, Jed, you were falling off so much. This is where... Bro, Jed did a lot of TV spots, bro. But people realized that, like, and then I think one thing with Jed was the fast money distracted him. If he wouldn't have got distracted by the little fast money or like the donations and shit and kept pushing like he was doing, he would have had enough popularity to where he could have started working in government for real and could have got on. He could have stayed just at a local level and been making about $100,000 a year chilling without doing all this ridiculous shit that he's got, this shock value shit he got to do now for the pennies he's doing it for. It's like when he was doing the Kanika shit, I think when he started doing the Kanika shit, he wanted the clout. Now, how dark was Jed's heart at the time? Who knows? But one thing you do know is he wanted the clout of it for sure. And then he started getting a little bit of clout, but he started getting more money than he was getting overall clout. He set a $30,000 GoFundMe and the money poured in. He didn't know how to act. That's a lot to put on one motherfucker. The Kanika Jenkins was the turning point in his life. If he'd have just did right by that shit, he probably would be a millionaire right now, just chilling. Because he didn't realize that, yeah, you can pay yourself within these things. And people don't really give a fuck about you. There'll always be some people that talk shit, but if you can overall prove that you use the money to do nothing but good for people, don't nobody give a fuck that you got some nice things. But you don't do it right.
The victim of sabotage when it's happened to him.
I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account in an FDMG account.
Starting to see the grifts yet? If not, let's keep going.
And so the bank said, Mr. Brown, we are ending our relationship with you.
You can't make this.
So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account.
See what I mean? You gotta be a real dumbass if you're gonna be taken by a bunch of grifters.
Because this is a high risk. And I said, oh, no, you not. Ain't not one of our things bounce. Oh, no, you not. You ain't never seen a pattern of fraud. Oh, no, you not. Ain't not one of our things come back as fraudulent, as scamming. They said, well, wait a minute, but you seem to be traveling all over the country. Google me.
And if they did Google them, all they will find is a ton of evidence of fraudulent behavior.
Thanks.
I said, Google me. I said, as a matter of fact, you don't know me, but Siri does. And I said, what you will see is you'll see a news report over here and a news report over there. So what you see, that's a fraud.
I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity.
And this
You can't make this shit up.
the first time Umar or Jedidiah has pulled this scam.
I called my good friend John, and he said, tell the bank they got permission to talk to me. I said, okay. And John calls, and this is why this white man is my friend.
And we all know this racist only likes white people when they're doing something for him.
He'll never mount to anything but a man who literally cannot find a way to support his cracker wife.
And I'm sure the only white people that don't mind being called crackers are the ones that are a part of INA.
He says, how you doing? My name is John. And he said, I'm with the Lentil Law Group.
And why they would put their name behind this goofy, I don't know.
Mr. John got on there. He said, well, about what time today will you all be releasing Mr. Brown's money to him and all of his accounts? And they say, wait, who are you? He said, I'm John Groff from the Lentil Law Group. And she said, okay. Well, let me, she said, let me put an escalation on this.
I swear his followers gotta be
like, this nigga crazy.
The most gullible people on the planet.
And I ain't gonna tell y'all all of the background.
Of course not.
Because he hasn't come up with that part of the story yet.
Exactly.
I got a call from somebody. Y'all ain't got to believe me.
But
I won't.
Dumb enough to do just that.
In what I sent them when another advocate in Chicago, which is where I'm from, went into the lobbies of Chase Bank and they stopped the banking of what was going on in Chase because they was able to find out that Chase was connected to slave owners.
Nah, go ahead, nigga.
His name is Jamal. Now, I ain't got to be jealous of Jamal. Thank you, Jesus.
This dude's been jealous
Critical Smoker, good morning.
of Jamal since the Kanika case because he was able to get his own community center without grifting for it. And he was jealous of the clout Jamal and the rest of the activists were getting during the Kanika case.
Again, I said the proof is in the pudding. What kind of family gonna let y'all see this videotape without them seeing it and speak on their baby? That was weird as hell.
Here's your boy crashing out because Kanika's mom called him and Andrew a fraud.
Everybody wanna tell Jedidiah, don't be confrontational.
And said people are telling him the same thing right now. You see nothing's changed.
I mean, he's learned nothing over the years.
And the truth is, Jamal, you bogus. The truth is, Andrew Holmes, you bogus. The truth is, Larry Rogers, fuck you. The truth is, Sam Adams Jr., fuck you too. All y'all bogus. And all y'all Sambo niggas that's been capitalizing off of black pain in the city of Chicago, guess what? If I'm gonna go down, damn it, I'm gonna go down telling the truth.
Why?
Unreal.
Then he wanted to tell the truth 8 hours earlier when he was standing right now.
This is what I heard, Trina.
That's to Andrew Holmes, clout chasing off his name, trying to get on the news. What a fucking goof.
It's real strange that you driving a motherfucking Jaguar and you building a community center bigger for your ego.
Remember he said that, because that's definitely going to come in handy later.
Go, bro. You got that community center for your ego. You know what? Guess what? You had a community center that was donated to you. It was called the Dream Center. Did you tell everybody that? But it wasn't big enough for your ego.
And trust, though this clip may be old, this is called foreshadowing, because it's definitely going to come in handy later.
But we wanted to just go along and get along and be quiet. But no, thank you, Kanika, because you done brought the nigga out of me.
Don't blame Kanika for that.
Now he's using a dead girl's name to push his mess. Classy.
So then I get a call. They said, Mr. Brown, how you doing? I said, how you doing? They said, this is such and such and such. And I am the VP of this, that, and third.
And you know,
the VP called Jed.
Sweetie!
The VP called Jed. All right, go ahead.
Notice whenever your boy tells a lie, he makes sure he doesn't use any names or any real locations so you can't look it up for yourself.
I wasn't going to tell nobody this. He said, we value those that bank with us. And also,
Whenever you're hitting a blunt, stop, because you're going to choke when you hear the dumb shit he's about to say.
it has been brought to our attention that you do a lot of great work in the community.
Wait, why would the VP start off saying that? That nigga gonna try to say, they done froze this nigga bank accounts. He done called about his bank account. And he done talked to the VP about his bank account. And they start off the conversation talking about his great advocacy work. Like, nigga, who the fuck does he think he be talking to?
It has been brought to our attention that you do a lot of great work in the community. I'm going to run this house.
That's right, people. The banks unfroze your boy's account because of the great work he does in the community.
This house, that's what I'm talking about in church. He said, Mr. Brown, it's been brought to our attention that about the work that you've done in community. And we love.
And this is coming from a nigga that we know firsthand ain't did shit. But the VP, no, got it.
Of community partners. He said, do you have a 501c3? I said, no, I don't have a 501c3.
What do you mean he doesn't have a 501c3? Because I remember some goofy telling me this a while ago.
Because I've been an owner of a 501c3 for a long time.
And let's hear that one more time for INA.
Because I've been an owner of a 501c3 for a long time.
But now here in 2025, your boy's saying he never had one. So ask yourself this. Is he lying then or is he lying now?
He's lying.
And for INA, I got one more question for you.
How many times does a person gotta be seen doing weird snake ass shit before you stop making excuses for that shit?
But I'm
Jesus, Jed, you are just the gift that keeps on giving.
Sure those dumbasses over in INA will still keep donating to this goofy.
And he said, how about this? Instead of us fighting, how about the bank
Like most things Goofy does, he's making his lie up as he goes along. That's
Freestyling.
why he ran off the screen, because he ain't got shit to say. And when he comes back, he's gonna prove my point.
I don't need to tell y'all the rest of the INA's business.
Nigga, why the fuck would you hype that story up like that if you can't even tell us, nigga? Like, I can't, bro, this nigga, the shit he be doing, bro, with a straight face.
You looking at the face of a whole fucking Goofy.
I want to tell my mama,
I hope it's gonna be to stop scamming.
pack your bags,
Because INA's about to get ripped off.
because I perceive not too much longer from now. I got a desire in my heart that I ain't been able to do, but not too much longer from now, mama.
The fake crying is too much. Your boy's an activist.
Pack your bags. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, because your boy's working on the grift that we're gonna get to later in the video. And since we're already an hour and a half in, it looks like this is gonna be another 3-hour situation. So go roll up about 5 more blunts. Probably take a word from our sponsor.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Yep, I'm going to bed.
Welcome to Scamville, where they say a grifter is born every day.
What's up? How you doing? This is your boy Jedidiah.
Meet Jedidiah, known scammer, whole Goofy, and his partner in crime,
The Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Dr. Umar Johnson. Join them as they get fully exposed while trying to scam the town for money and Scamflix's newest show, Grifters.
The animated series.
Join the fun as you watch these goofies lie their way into the people's hearts and then into their pockets.
All of our accounts in that bank was stunted and stopped.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money.
Laugh that you see these goofies scam a bunch of idiots out of their money.
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
But once the people of the town start to get hip to their scams, they soon learn the hard way that grifting ain't easy.
This should be a prime example of why Jedidiah Brown shouldn't be trusted.
Need to change your name to the Prince of Panhandling.
He only targets like.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you didn't.
I didn't even do nothing, bro. I didn't even. What did I do? Y'all niggas get on my fucking nerves, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. What's up, man? What do you want? What you see daddy on TV? What you want? I'm getting ready to get off the air anyway after this commercial, April. Like elderly and super lonely people.
But be careful when exposing that grift, because these activists attack.
Jedidiah Brown, he needs a lot of psychological help.
For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars.
So run and gather up your resources.
Stop jumping on these apps, begging us for money, so we're not giving you shit.
And come laugh at two goofies as Jedidiah and Umar battle for resources and Scamflix's grifters.
Jedidiah and Umar, kings of grift.
Yeah, this is where I will be stopping. Nigga, I don't fuck around, got animated in a damn video. I've been on this app too long. I was sitting there with my wife, and I was just like, Look what you've done, Jed. Look what you've done, nigga. Jed, I might not talk about you for a day or two, who knows? But know something, nigga. That lawsuit coming this week, bro. You might get a little bit of a laugh out of me tomorrow. It's possible. Cause I might have to finish some more of this shit. Yeah, I'm about to blow your socks off with this lawsuit. But then again, I'm probably lying. Say goodnight to your boy. I gotta get up in 4 hours. 4.5. I gotta get up in like 4.5 hours. But I did have a nap tonight, so it shouldn't be too bad. Got a lot of work ahead of the kid. Scott Johnson, Beth, Wyoming, Cynthia, Turtle, J-Rock, Minion, Trina, Lennox, Donis, Janice. They animating the motherfucker now. This shit crazy. Kendra. They animating the motherfucker now. Mary, Dave, Rollo. Shout out to Rollo in the cut one time. Odette. Hammer. Michelle. This nigga Jed crazy, bro. This nigga Jed, like, it's fucked up that super producer telling people about who people are because these people got jobs and all these other things. And it's like, well, if they weren't doing evil, why the fuck does them having a job matter? They're not doing evil shit. Why would their job care? 15 days indeed, Scott. We almost there. We just a day over 2 weeks. Ooh, it's getting dicey. But in case you need a reminder, INA fans, September 3rd only means one thing for Jed.
Belt to ash. I guess we gon' survive the onslaught of this lawsuit. He got 22 days from the 5th. But boy, I know that he coming back to YouTube because he needs some help because his grip is gone. I might not have the lyrics, but I'm telling y'all that we're looking real strong, and I guess do say we ain't going nowhere. So this is what I'll say. You tried, they helped you, you failed. Good luck. Bye-bye. Dismiss. Get your ass out of here.
God is great.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dab me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
What's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside?
Don't ski.
These are the guys.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve Lavoie. It's okay, I have babe in here, right?
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in the G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction? or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 You got me wrapped up in your love. Finding you is like a treasure. Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special.
Barely.
What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction? Or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night.
Big shout out to Random News.
This could be real love, but you've been broken.
Morning, Sheila.
And I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 Baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night.
Ow.
Yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night.
Crushed it.
God is great. Jay, you only know. Well, you do, because I told you, you just don't want to listen.
Guys, I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't
Jess.
want to hurt myself.
You got a pee?
It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
You gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay. Just
Good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull on
side.
your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You got it.
You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Yep.
Like you're jumping onto your bed on your side.
Just let go and turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay.
Careful.
I've never even known.